Everyone is ready then. We'll go ahead and pick up with session 2 of the Fractured Firmament.
Yes, welcome back everyone to our next wonderful session of the Fractured Firmament. I have to get used to saying that now. Last time we left off was our pilot episode for the second campaign, our third campaign technically, second streamed. But we had a lot of things going on last time. We got to meet our new host of characters, freshly joined members of the Seekers Scouts Regiment, going to search for various things that you all have to find in the Feywilds and other realms beyond. You guys arrived at Fort Armageddon in the center of the Holy Land to undertake a small test to see if you had what it takes. The large number of about 200 entries were reduced down to about 15, which were then compiled into 3 teams of 5 to undertake this impromptu trial of sorts under Imperial Prince Ravi, who is acting as captain of the Seeker Scouts. You guys met with Sophiette Crestwood, who came astride a silver dragon into the testing area, kind of made a big statement for herself, and chose to undertake the test, even though she probably didn't have to. Viola was pretty adamant that she could just kind of skate by. And you guys gathered around her and chose her as your NPC companion for the
Well,
trip. Astra didn't choose a whole lot. She was left with no real choices.
Okay.
But as you guys gathered together and headed off into the not quite Feywilds, but the Feywild corrupted woods of the Fringe Wood, you guys had a few tasks you had to complete. You had to to catch the white rabbit, seek the golden flower, and pluck the silver fruit. These bonus objectives that would get you some extra rewards once you found your way to the Feywild portal. Along the way to do so, you encountered some violet fungus that tried to attack and kill you and was incredibly ineffective. You found the white rabbit pretty quickly and, with some incredible rolls, caught it effortlessly and even convinced it to just chill out a bit. And so you took it along with you and even named it Mr. Hops, which is an idea. Uh, upon arriving at the crossroads again, you found that you were walking in circles until you eventually stumbled on the imposing visage of a large green knight walking through the woods. With a very clever play from Helios, a hunter's mark followed by a natural 20 stealth, you managed to target it without it being alerted to you necessarily. And along the way, even managed to pluck the silver fruit with some very clever spellcraft between a druidcraft and thorn whip between Cecilius and Astra. And as you guys followed the Green Knight, you found once again back at the same crossroads, the Green Knight dispelled a glamour, a powerful fey illusion on the crossroads, revealing what looked to be a hut with some mystical looking fey creature that he referred to as the witch had a discussion together. Apparently they are slightly at odds yet also slightly aligned. They were also talking very candidly and casually about murdering all of you, so that was concerning. But you chose to follow the Green Knight, even still, and it led you directly to the Fey portal, the most direct route through the glamored woods, meaning you managed to get there first with 2 out of 3 of the extra credit. Well done. Fortunately, your stealth checks at the end, despite being very good for almost the entirety of last session, just at the end were kind of not as great. And he at least knew he was being followed. Maybe not knew exactly where you were, but you made that known when Maya stepped out into the open holding Mr. Hobbs to have a friendly conversation with the Green Knight, as one does. Mr. Hops then revealed that this entire time he has in fact been a sentient, intelligent creature who hopped out of your arms with a misty step and said, "That's the Green Knight, it's gonna kill you," and decided to go hide in the brush. But Maya, undeterred by this, chose friendship and walked up to the Green Knight and initiated a hug against the imposing metal giant in front of them, which led to a start to combat as Maya was stabbed by the Green Knight, who did not seem to reciprocate your feelings of goodwill and merriment, unfortunately. As you guys entered into battle against this creature, you realized that there was maybe more going on than you thought. Astra's sword seemed to come to life with this fervor, invoking the name Selene and saying that it will have vengeance. The knight seemed to be aware of some things about some of you and seemed to know that this fractured firmament had happened before and will happen again, and that worlds will collide and that the Feywild will endure. A lot of things you don't really know about. And decided that it would put a stop to this before it could begin, and decided to try and break the barrier, the bridge between worlds, the firmament itself, to stop you from being able to go into the Feywild. As you guys chased after and almost put a stop to it, there was a sudden intervention, a literal divine intervention. At this space between worlds where the gods could intercede, you saw the three of the five Elkin gods, Ein, Cloak, and Pizane, interfere to try and put a stop to this and repair the damaged firmament before it could get any further injured. Unfortunately, it seems they were not the only godlike beings to show up, as following shortly after were two children, they looked like. They were diminutive, fey, long-eared, strangely dressed gods? Hard to say. But they seem to have the power to stop the Elkin gods in their tracks, seemingly overpowering them and commenting on the fledgling deities and how foolish they were and how they needed to be guided. And a small conversation between them and the Green Knight happened where it was determined that the Green Knight was in the wrong and should allow you all to pass. They require more roles. They have decided they need more people, whatever any of that means. And just as the Green Knight was getting ready to withdraw its blade and pull back and allow you to cross, something began to happen. The firmament, already damaged, seemed to buckle and bend at the weight of 5 or maybe even 6 godlike beings in the vicinity, and it seemed to shatter, resulting in all of you being sucked into space and time, pulled through the literal title screen I created. I thought that would be clever. And all of you resulting in blacking out as you hurtle through reality to wherever you may be going next. And that is where we left off last session, with the first session of the Fractured Firmament, and you very much no longer in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Mr. Hops.
As you are hurtling through space, a majority of you immediately find yourselves losing consciousness as like the G-forces of hurtling through space-time push on your brain and seem to shut you off. Maya, as some of you have realized, may not be affected in the same way necessarily, and you find yourself, Maya, as your systems begin to shut down rather than your brain necessarily.
Right.
And Helios, as you are falling through this space, this is not the first time something like this has happened to you. And last time you had the protection of a certain suit that's not really been in the same shape recently. As you instinctively reach for it, you begin to feel yourself passing out. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from Helios?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go,
Constitution
Helios.
saving
Let's
First
go.
roll of oh boy.
That's a nat one.
Let's go, Helios!
Ah!
Oh, no.
Okay.
Shit.
That's fine. This
I would
is
like
better.
Maya to give a Constitution saving throw as well.
My
In that
God.
case.
Just watch, it's gonna be another one.
No, nat 20.
Could be fascinating either way.
Give the opposites.
Okay.
11.
All right.
Okay. As you guys hurtle through space and time, falling through this portal into who knows where, falling through the firmament, Helios passes out immediately.
Checks out.
Maya, you catch the faintest glimpse before you lose consciousness. You're the only one who does out of all of you, due to your strange makeup. You two were the only ones that had a chance to see this. Just barely, you catch a glimpse of an asteroid belt surrounding a massive planet, bedecked with jewels and glittering stones, and what looks like a massive clock tower jutting out of one of the asteroids. And as
Okay.
you see this image, it's the last thing you see before you lose consciousness. I will shift the music over.
Pretty.
Interesting.
I would like everyone now, even those who failed before, to give me another Constitution save.
I can't do worse.
That's technically true.
That is technically. I can do the same, but not worse.
9.
All right. Even
12.
my owl.
You know, yeah, Ria would probably need to as well. Yeah.
Okay. On save. Okay.
11. Okay.
I'll do her, and then yeah.
Does our NPC ally also need to?
We'll get to that.
That one was Rhea.
Ria.
Oh no, she doesn't
Yeah.
know, does she?
Interesting. So Ria did the best. That was not expected. As you guys are drifting in unconsciousness, you all begin to hear voices, though muffled, talking around you. Oh, actually, this is interesting. Maya does not hear any of these voices.
Ooh.
Which is... Okay.
Already.
Since technically I play Arianel, I'm going to go off of the next person who would hear that, which would be Cecilius. The second highest after Maya, who does not hear these voices. You begin to slowly hear the sound of what, like a one-sided conversation. And it's a voice you don't recognize. You also begin to be aware slowly of scents and sensations around you. You feel damp. Your whole cloak feels damp, like you fell in like a shallow puddle. And you feel a mustiness on you, like there's something almost like a pollen covering you, like you feel like there's something on you, like like dust maybe. And there's a smell that is pungent. And you hear, I think 2 of them are dead. They're not breathing. Oh wait, I think this one's not a person. I can't tell. What should we do with them? And as you're hearing this, Cecilius, you begin to come to consciousness as you feel Arianel on you also start pecking you and trying to get you awake. And you begin to hear Arianel's voice. Seal, you there? You alive? Are you okay? Seal? You begin to feel like you can start to respond, but you are very hazy and groggy.
Okay.
Seal?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. You've been out for some time. Are you okay?
Yes. I'm quite all right.
All right. Well, don't be alarmed when you wake up.
Why?
As your vision begins to connect with Rhea, as like your
Mhm.
consciousness begins to awaken, you make
Mhm.
that connection with Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that happens is you have a familiar sensation that hasn't happened in a while.
Mm.
Usually before Rhea, when you were fully blind
Mhm.
and you would see bright light, you would have these like painful flashes like of light in your behind your eyes, and it would hurt.
Yes.
That tenfold. As you come to consciousness and connect to Rhea, there is a blinding sensation of pain behind your eyes. And there's a moment where you have to brace yourself before. It's weird because you're not really closing your eyes, it's Rhea's eyes, but you're
Yeah.
seeing through them.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a moment where it's disconnected. And as you connect to Rhea's vision, a fascinating display is before you. You are in. 1 second. A magical swamp.
Oh my
It's beautiful.
And you see there are a number of figures you do not recognize and a number you do surrounding you. Currently bent over the form of Maya, you see an enormous mushroom on 2 legs with 2 large stumpy arms that is currently poking Maya's unconscious form. And as it does, you hear the voice again. Yes, I'm pretty sure this one's not a person. They're not responding at all. And you now hear, as you've come to consciousness, you hear out loud, responding, the figure on the right over here, who appears to be a large bear with
Bears.
a pack and scarf and all sorts of clothes and jewels hanging from him, who kind of has his arms crossed and is looking at this. Is like, well, I mean, could be dead. It's a bit of a shame. But what about the rest of them? The spores took to them pretty easily. I think they're all people, except for this one. But they're not responding, so maybe they're also dead? I don't really know how this works. What should we do with them, Grayson? Should we take them? Or leave them here? Well, they don't look like any Fae I'm familiar with. I guess give them all one more poke before we decide. You, Seal, as you're laying here, are you
Yeah.
making it known that you're awake yet?
I probably will. It doesn't look like they're actively hostile. I'll be like trying to like, I wouldn't say get up, but I'll be like,
do you want to make it known that you're getting up, or do you want to do it stealthily? I guess that's my question.
I'm just gonna, I guess I'm gonna brace myself against this tree and just, who are you?
They both start and like turn towards you. You see this one steps over. Oh, they're alive. How wonderful. Can you hear me? And you hear, by the way, the big one is talking in your mind. You're not hearing any vocal from.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like echoing around in your head. And you see the bear seems to step forward. Oh, hi. Sorry.
Hello. Where am I?
You're in the wetlands. Are you? How did you get here? You look like you had a fight or a scuffle or something. Did you find a hydra? I'm surprised it didn't eat you.
No. I fell through, I guess, a black hole.
Well, there's nowhere to really fall from here. We're kind of in a flatland area, unless you fell from a tree. But all 4 of you fell from the same tree, or?
Oh, they're here. Good.
Oh, do you know them? Like pointing over to the like unconscious forms over off to the side.
Are they all right?
The big mushroom points to Maya and says, "This one's dead."
I get up. I try to get up. I guess.
Oh, easy. And say the bear comes over. Easy. You look a little banged up. here, and he offers a hand to help you up. And you notice this
Thank you.
this bear man is
Bear man.
very sturdy and has like a massive pack, almost like twice the size of his upper torso on his back that goes up over his head, and it's covered in all manner of different like implements, tools, treasures. There's like masks hanging from one of them. There's like a large like fishing pole off one side. Looks like almost everything this man owns could be on his back. And as he helps you to your feet, the large one comes over and kind of like points to Maya and says, I think this one's dead, but I'm not sure. The spores aren't really taking it. They usually take even easier to the dead ones. And starts like poking Maya again. At this point, Maya, with your 12 Constitution save, with all of the interaction, you begin to come to consciousness, and as your systems come online, your eyes connect, and you can see a massive mushroom man is hovering over you, poking you every once in a while.
So, unlike, Celius, Maya, like, kind of instantly just jolts up because she doesn't feel pain. She
Correct.
had this. It's like, oh my gosh, you're amazing!
Oh, it's alive! Oh, that's so good.
Can I hug you?
Yes! And like puts its arm
and she hugs the mushroom man.
Grayson, this one's hugging me. I think we're family now.
Doing
that's
that.
That's not quite how that works, bro. But good for you. Good. I'm glad.
I start walking towards Maya because she's the first one that gets roused.
Yeah.
Good, you're
Hey,
okay.
hello.
You're here.
Yeah. Yes. Apparently we're in the wetlands. Don't know where that is.
Me either.
Great. At least we're not dead, I think.
Are the others okay?
I don't know.
It'll
Where
be
are they?
around this time with your same saves, Helios and Astra. You both wake up. You come to consciousness. You both are also, by the way, all of you are rather damp, musty. You feel like you've been laying in mud for some time. And as you come to, there is this like strange humidity in the air.
Don't like that.
My
Celius is going
Ned.
to. Sorry, what?
Astra, kind of rubbing her head, will start to assess the situation.
Okay. Oh, Grayson,
I'm just gonna
they're
call
all
out
alive.
Astra, Helios. You're alive, right?
Yeah.
I,
Wait, we're so.
I think so.
I'm gonna have Ria on me,
Mhm.
for now. I'm gonna, I guess, if I see them, I will go over to them.
Where?
Oh yeah,
where are
Maya also can't see where she's currently standing. By the way. Yeah, she doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're currently
Oh.
standing on what actually you can't tell. You don't have dark vision. Everything else in this area has dark vision. So, Maya, you wake
Yeah.
into darkness.
Yeah, she sees the light around her. She sees the light around her.
Yeah.
Mm.
What would Maya do in such a circumstance?
I guess the closest thing she sees is Helios, and she would go check on him.
well,
I'll go over to
Helios
Astra then.
would probably is scrambling to get onto their feet. Has like a very nervous, wild, scared look in their eyes. And they
Maya would hold out her
instinctively.
hand to help him up.
I'd do the same with Astra.
Astra will take your hand.
Helios will not take your hand, Maya. And will actually reach for their firearm and kind of like point it at the giant mushroom person.
They don't seem to respond at all to whatever you pull out.
Where
They're
are we?
friendly. They're
going
friendly,
on?
Helios. It's
No,
fine.
I don't trust anything from here. Where are we?
Apparently the
We're-
wetlands.
Yeah, you all hear in your voice, in your mind simultaneously, the voice of Brel, this large mushroom person. Except for Maya. Maya, actually, you haven't. I'm sorry. You didn't hear him say you could hug him. I apologize.
I guess
That's
you
right.
wouldn't have then.
That's correct. You haven't actually heard Brel say anything yet. The rest of you hear, you're in the wetlands. It's strange that you got here and you don't know how you got here. The blue one said that you fell, but we don't see anything high
Yes.
enough for you to have fallen from.
They fell,
Oh my
but
gosh, Mr.
not
Hoff, are you
from...
okay?
There is the rabbit is unconscious at the moment.
She will cast Cure Wounds on Mr. Hops.
Okay, it doesn't seem to be injured.
Okay.
I'm gonna prestidigitation myself to make myself not wet, and I'll do the
Yes.
same with Astra.
Clean yourselves up a bit.
And I'll go over to Helios. I'll do the same with them.
Thank you. You said we're
So we
in the
don't get
wetlands,
cold.
correct?
Grayson steps up. Yes. I'm sorry. We're
over
just
to
as
Maya.
confused as you are. We've never seen anyone like you in the. By the way, I need to ask.
Thank you.
Does anyone have their auras out?
No,
currently?
don't usually, unless I'm fighting something.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just need to ask.
Nope. Who's
yes.
You do it? Can't hear you.
I
Yes.
didn't hear anything. Oh, you do.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
rolled
did.
for myself. Yes.
I think.
There's a
I
faint
think-
aura that is out around Astra.
Gotcha. Give me a insight check, Astra, real quick.
Okay. Let's do a... 14.
You catch the occasional glance from Grayson, who is keeping an eye on you a little more than the others. But Grayson continues. The bear man has identified himself as Grayson at this point.
Yeah.
Apologies for the confusion on our part. I'm sure you're all just as confused waking up in the swamps, but we just let's start over. My name's Grayson. I'm a traveling merchant. I'm currently on my way back from the Winter Court, trying to head back home before summer favor hits. Which court are you all from? Are you locals to the Golden Feastwood, or
Oh, no, we're from the material plane.
what's that?
We're not
Outcast?
from here.
Right, so if you're not from the Feastwood, which court are you from?
No, we're not from the Feywild. We're from a
I don't
different plane of existence.
Oh.
That's where we fell from.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of a material plane before, so that's... I've heard of a few of the others, but I've never met anyone from them. That's... so you guys are like aliens. That's neat.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
Well,
You said the
welcome
summer
to
court
the
or the winter court?
Feywild. We're in the autumn court. Yeah, I'm on my way home to the summer court before favor hits. This big
Favor.
guy's Brel. Don't mind him.
just
He wouldn't
nod to
hurt a
him.
fly. And I'm under a boon of protection, so just before you do anything, make sure, keep that in mind.
You said that
mean-
you're a traveling merchant, correct?
Yeah, he points, and you see there is like a cart over by the water. That seems to be covered in goods. Like, yep. Just passing through the area.
Do you have a...
We noticed.
Do you have a map?
Map.
We have maps.
Of the area.
Map,
What is?
a layout of the area.
I mean, didn't we get one from?
We did.
You all got a hand-drawn one from the Seekers. It's in your handouts.
Map of Autumn Court, yeah.
You see, he looks confused at the word map. Maybe it's
Map.
not translating right or whatever.
Mm.
By the way, so far you are speaking common. He does
Yeah.
seem to have some accent as he speaks common. Like you can tell it's not his first language, but he does seem to understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Maya will ask
Hmm.
if he has a map, which she'll ask in Sylvan.
Oh, you ask in Sylvan.
Yes.
As you ask in Sylvan, he turns to you, and as he responds in Sylvan, his accent seems to vanish as he speaks more fluently, and he says, "Oh, one of those. I've actually never had a map of the area. I don't think anyone's ever drawn one. I'm familiar with the concept. It's like a picture of the geography, right?"
Yes.
I'm reaching through my pack.
Hmm.
I'm just looking looking
We
at it.
have a hand-drawn one by someone else. I think my friend wanted to see if you had one that's more detailed.
Oh no, we just sort of know where to go.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Do you
Convenient.
not know where you're going?
convenient.
Oh, well, again, we're not from here, so no.
We kind of just fell here
Right.
accidentally.
What is being
That's
said?
interesting.
What is going on? Are you conspiring? What is this?
As
no.
Grayson looks back over to Helios,
Come over, please.
the accent returns as starts
okay.
speaking the kind of like broken common, like, "Oh, sorry, got caught up. I guess you don't speak the local tongue. Noticed you were all speaking Theron though. That's interesting. I haven't heard too many locals speaking Theron."
What do you mean?
Thought I was
Theron?
speaking.
It's what did I say it wrong? It's like Brel goes. Most of you except Maya hear Brel go. No, I think you have perfect pronunciation, Grayson. It seems to be the Theron tongue.
Well, we call that Selvin.
Oh no,
No,
that was what I was speaking with Maya. Now I'm speaking common.
Common,
As he's referred
common
to it
is
as Theron.
common is Farron.
Maya's gonna pick up Mr. Hops and cast the light cantrip on herself so that way she can see better.
Gotcha. I will add light.
Warn me, please.
Well,
She
as
doesn't
you-
know, yeah.
As you cast light,
Mhm.
you do see Grayson turns to you and says, "Oh, careful with that here. There are some locals who aren't
Don't like it, huh?
receptive to the light. No.
Oh.
It's fine. You
So-
could have it out. Just be careful about putting it out randomly. You might upset the locals."
Gotcha, I'll keep that
Can
in mind,
I-
thanks.
Can I assume we're in the Umber wetlands then?
Oh, yeah, so you are familiar. Yes. Sorry, I should have been more
I'm looking at my
specific.
map. I was like,
These are the Umber wetlands.
right. Oh, well, I roll my thing back up.
are you
exactly-
aware
Maybe we
of
should
new
get their
people that have
assistance.
come to this land? Perhaps down to the north?
Down to the north.
I think
south.
you mean south.
South.
So,
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Of course. First of all, what is south?
Huh. Maya will say south in Sylvan.
Doesn't translate.
Okay.
it seems to me they just know immediately where to go.
Helios knows which direction south is, and
Yeah.
we'll just point to it.
As
Fair.
Helios just points south, he goes, "Oh, across the mountains. Oh, are you?" And he kind of like points over to Astra. It's like, I wasn't sure if maybe it was something in the swamp, but are you all flame bearers?
What that is.
Flame bears.
Well, I don't really know a whole lot myself, but
Wyverns.
oh yeah, don't go to the mountains. That's pretty dangerous. About 4 favors ago, a bunch of people showed up out of nowhere in the Autumn Court, and there's been rumors going around about people. You hear again. Maya doesn't hear this, unfortunately. Brel say, "People who are on fire. People call them the Flame Bearers."
Maya's just like looking at
Oh.
the bear, like,
Can I do a history check Can I do like some kind of check to
No,
figure
I think
out if I know of things that I've read in books of people on fire?
I'll
Do
tell you,
you-
you've heard
do you
nothing
mean
about
like-
that.
Do you mean like this?
and Astra is going to flare her aura.
And Grayson points, yeah, flame bearers. You are
Oh, yeah, Maya flare
Hmm.
hers.
right. Yeah. So you all know what I mean. Wow. I've not actually met any of you yet, so this is a first. Okay, well.
How recent was this that there were flame bearers around?
It was about 4, maybe 5 favors ago.
What does favors translate to? Well, they probably
Um,
wouldn't have a time frame.
It's a favor.
How many seasons?
How
many seasons?
Give me
Has it been?
an intelligence check, real quick, Cecilius.
Okay, intelligence check.
Yes.
I feel like
See,
their unit
There
of
is
time
there
is
is a
different.
there is a language barrier and a culture and a concept
Yeah.
barrier, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. There absolutely is.
Yeah.
11. Yeah,
Favors.
Cecilius, as you're talking, you realize, I think,
Mhm.
you don't get the full sense on an 11, but
Yeah.
you get the idea of, it's like you're explaining time to someone
Mhm.
who's never been
Had
told
to
what
deal with
time
time.
is. Right.
Yeah.
And so, as he's saying favors, and you're like, how many seasons? And there's a question of, he's like, he seems to register the word season, and you see, he goes, you mean like the quartz? There's 4 seasonal quartz?
I think
How
maybe
many
the
in
Feywild.
lifetimes?
Yeah, the Feywild
That's
operates differently to our world.
You said lifetimes? That varies depending on who you are. I mean, you see that Grayson may not be the scholar you're hoping he is. He seems to be a little confused by the
Poor
conversation.
bear man.
Maya, as you're holding Mr. Hops, you see he mutters, "It's fucking 90-day increments, you idiots. Let go of me, by the way."
I was just making sure you're okay. Okay, I'll put you down.
Thank you. God, how did I end up back here? I was finally. I see Grayson goes, "Oh, you do talk. I wasn't sure if you were one of us. Why aren't you dressed? It's different over there. You wouldn't get it. Oh, you've been to the Flame Bearer world? Yes, and it's fascinating, and there's so many idiots over there, and it's just so fun all the time. And now I'm back here."
I just look to Rhea. I'm like, do you think we're idiots?
God. I guess I'll have to be the bridge between worlds for you lot.
Yay, Mr. Hops is gonna stay with us.
My name is not Mr. Hops. I have a
Sorry.
real name, a very serious name.
Oh no.
It's
What is
Rump.
it? Rump?
Rump.
Rump.
Oh, I love that name.
Sorry.
I don't know how I
I
feel
like
about that. And
Have you
so,
noticed we're missing somebody? There was one more with us. Have you seen anybody else?
Right.
no,
Sophia.
we just stumbled upon the 4 of you and the rabbit just laying in the mud a few minutes ago.
Well, we have to
And
look for her.
any advice for traveling through this area?
Oh, well, depends on where you're trying to go. Maya, as they're talking, can I get a perception from Maya?
Oh, goody. She's bad at those.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, she is
That
bad
makes
at those, huh?
sense. Yeah.
Nothing at all. Okay, got it.
She's just so
A
enamored by
fly
Mr. Hops.
buzzes by
Oh.
and gets distracted.
Grayson, to Asher's question, it's like, so, well, depends on where you're trying to go, I guess.
If we're trying to go to the other
Hmm.
flame bearers,
Your best bet would be to head up to Winter's Kiss and then hit the Amber Walk, I suppose. It should lead you down
Where are
to
those?
Equinoctus. Oh, you don't know?
New to the area.
Astra will
I-
pull out
I-
her map and show
Mhm.
him and point to like the White Coast, which I think is where he's hinting at.
Gotcha. I will. As he looks at the map, um, you can tell he takes a second and is really taking in the idea of a map. You get the feeling that there's no local map makers here.
Okay.
Mhm.
And he seems interested at first, like, do you have more of these? I could maybe sell these. These are really interesting ideas. So if this is, he's pointing to the top of the map where it says Umber
Mhm.
Wetlands. If this is supposed to be the wetlands, your map is, incomplete. This is only showing, like, half of the court.
Oh.
And he you see, like, he takes his finger from the wetlands and, like, moves off the paper up, and he points up, and he's like, up there is, where, Winter's Kiss would be. So you go that way, and then you'll hit a building and some snow, and then you'll want to go. He points. So like he'll tell you in his own way, go north until you hit a building called Winter's Kiss, and then you want to go west until you find a road known as the Amber Walk, and that'll follow all the way down until you reach the city Equinoctus, which you do see on the upper left
Uh-huh.
corner of the map
Yeah.
is the capital of the Autumn Court. And he'll tell you that from there you'd want to then go through the Fields of Bounty, and that should get you towards Nimble Vale, which is where the Flame Bearers have been. Tell you it's a few days' walk. Shouldn't be more than maybe 4 or 5, depending on the pace you keep. But just if you're new to the area and you just landed here, it's really dangerous just kind of wandering through the wetlands. I would be
Maybe
happy
traverse
to.
with you. Yes.
I'm on my way in that direction anyways. I'm heading he points at the map and like points to the left and west direction. That way past Equinoctus is the Summer Court, and that's where I'm headed. So I could take you about as far as Equinoctus, at least.
That
Lou
would
would
be lovely, thank
greatly
you.
appreciate that.
Sure.
Before we head out, how is everybody doing, like, injury-wise and decay-wise?
I'm fine as far
Yeah.
as that goes.
I have 4 decay, but I don't know if we would have gotten
oh,
any more when
um,
we were sleeping.
That's a good
We're not,
point.
you know.
Did we lose any decay?
Did we lose or
I
gain
wouldn't
any?
call it. You didn't get rest necessarily. Being
Gotcha. Okay.
unconscious, hurtling through space, I would
Makes
not
sense.
consider a long rest.
Okay.
That makes sense, yeah.
So you were all in the same condition you were when you fought the Green Knight,
Okay.
whatever that was.
I have 4 decay.
Yeah.
Same.
Maya can take away 30 per day, so she can just
Okay,
take care
I'll
of that now.
group up, I suppose.
Mhm.
Alright. So yeah, just
I'm
tell me
gonna
how-
look at
she's also gonna
Helios.
aura heal herself for some.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah,
post
and,
my current decay.
Okay.
Helios. You'll be joining us, right?
Yeah, some apologies for my outburst earlier.
It's okay.
Uh,
This is a strange place.
Not as unwelcoming as I would have thought. Helios has put away their firearm at this point.
Gotcha.
If you're all
Mm.
willing, I'd be happy to set up a bit of a camp here, and we can take a break before heading on. I don't know if you're in a hurry, but we've been traveling for most of the day, so it wouldn't hurt to get some rest. It's almost the end of Shine anyways, shouldn't be traveling during shade.
I do have a
Fine,
few
fine.
questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, I'd be happy. In fact, I have a few questions too. I've never talked to a flame bearer before.
I feel like so much
Um,
to do.
You
Can I
do you know of
can I
a
get Oh, sure. Sorry.
No. You're fine. You're fine. What do you want?
Okay. Can I get everyone to give a perception check at this point?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I'll be obviously doing it through Rhea
Okay. That makes
because
sense.
she has advantage.
Yep.
Low rolls today.
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
I'm also gonna gauge how Rhea is acting around these guys.
Rhea
look
is
kinda-
wary. She's
Yeah.
wary. She doesn't
I
know
feel.
these people.
Right.
You are now officially in the Feywild proper, so
Right.
Rhea is like keeping close to you. Doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
saying anything yet.
I'll be like petting her kind of reassuringly.
Sure.
Be like, we'll be all right.
Astra and Cecilius through Rhea. You hear what sounds like a tinkling, like a rattling of something from the cart, like something has jostled. And as you look over, you do see there is what looks like a glass jar swinging back and forth and glowing slightly. And Cecilia specifically, you hear a voice through Rhea from that direction going, "Hey, over here! Hello! Hello! Hi! Someone! I know where that girl is! I the one you were looking for, you mentioned her! I saw her! I can help!"
I'm the only one who hears this, or
You and Astra.
us? Okay, me and Astra.
I say Cecilia's heard the voice. Astra, you see the swinging, at least. You see the jar going kind of crazy over on the cart.
Well, I do have a question. But also,
Sure.
what is that?
Which what? That's my cart. That's where all my stuff is. I sell, and I have a...
The
are you
bottle.
curious?
The bright bottle.
Which bottle? I have
It's
a few.
talking?
Oh, that thing. Don't mind that. It's a little bastard.
Insight.
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 What are you trying to insight?
God, does he... So, is it like a personal grudge against this thing?
Yes. Immediate. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Rhea go over. I guess fly over there.
Sure.
And perceive the bottle.
Okay. As Rhea comes over and flies over, you see Grayson does kind of turn with the flutter of wings, like wait, and Rhea lands on the cart looking at the bottle, and you see a tiny little pixie.
Oh my god!
Adorable little thing in a
A
bottle.
little fucking
Its hands
troublemaker.
up on
Uh-huh.
the glass going, "Hi, pretty owl. Hi, could you let me out? I know where the girl went. I saw her. If you let me out, I promise I'll take you right to her."
So Rhea, she's not dumb, I wouldn't say.
Sure.
Her intelligence is actually a 14. So I would assume that she would know what this is.
Oh yeah.
And would act
Actually, you know what?
accordingly, 'cause
That's a good point.
I can't do anything. I
That's
can
a
just be
good
like,
point.
go check that out.
Rhea would actually sending Rhea was very smart.
Yeah.
I'm not even. There's no roll required. Cecilius, you hear in your mind, whatever we do, we cannot open that bottle. This is a sugar plum. They are not to be trusted.
Sugar plum.
Sugar plums, huh?
Boy, it's a good thing Maya's oblivious.
You were closest to the cart, so I was like, I have to give Maya the try
So
first.
I can talk to her telepathically, correct?
You can. Yeah, Rhea just said this to you telepathically.
Okay, so I will respond to her and I'll be like, maybe we can get information out of her about where Sophia is.
Trust her very carefully. Sugar plums are famed for tricks,
Mm.
more than any above pixies and fairies.
Ah,
There's probably a good reason this bear has this thing in a bottle.
there.
And you see Grayson is kind of like watching Arianel very carefully now as the owl's perched right next to the bottle and like seems like
Mhm.
tense. Look,
Gotcha.
I know you're all.
It's fine. I'll gesture for Rhea to come back.
Rhea comes back. You see he
She
does
was
kind
just
of like
curious.
slack a bit, and you hear the you hear from the bottle. No, please, Beamer, come back, you fucking bird! Just like screaming and screeching, and starts rattling against the bottle.
Whoa, hey, what's that?
Well, yes.
Please don't
so-
don't mind the bastard in the bottle. It's a long story.
Mm.
She's a troublemaker, but I am beheld to keep her safe for now.
Maker.
Anyways,
That seems unfortunate to be forced
It's-
into loud company.
it is a bit troublesome, but I have, thankfully, Brel is a good, quiet conversationalist.
We have
I
not
mean-
given you our names. I do apologize.
Oh no, I'm so
I'm Seal.
sorry. I didn't. Seal, very nice to meet you.
Khalees.
I'm Maya. Nice to meet you.
As you say that, Brel would speak up in all your minds except for Maya, and say, "You're all new here. Be careful about that wording." And you
What-
see Brel turns to Grayson. "You're not going to enforce that, are you?" Not this time. I think they're being kind. Good.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you said you would give me your name. That's a very dangerous word to use here. Do not give your name to anyone in this realm lightly.
What happens if we do?
You see Grayson looks to Brel. Depends on the Fae.
Bombastic side eyes. You can't see my eyes, but
Wait.
If they're
What is a better
not-
phrasing then?
well,
Just-
just simply state you may call me Grayson. But if someone, for example, were to ask, "May I have your name?" they usually mean that with other intentions. And if you give your name, you hear Brel, except for Maya again.
for Maya.
Brel speaks up. If you give your name to someone specifically after they've requested it, or if you offer it like Seal did, they can do whatever they want with you. Names are powerful in this realm. The law of names cannot be argued, and it cannot be fought.
Can I do a roll? Can I do a roll?
Maya's just looking to Grayson. How come you keep stopping your train of
Oh,
thought?
I let Brel. I like to let Brel talk a little bit. He's so soft spoken.
Oh, he talks? I haven't heard him say a thing this entire time.
I'm going to message.
Really? He's been talking this whole time.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Brel said you were dead. That's a weird thing. You see Brel comes over. Grayson, she doesn't have my spores. I can't seem to communicate with her. Yes, please. Give me a performance check, Becky. 7? Okay.
Of course.
Cecilia, you all see Cecilia's chuckle to himself as he realizes something.
Okay.
Brel looks over to Maya and comes over, and see Brel extends a hand, and like a number of these little tiny motes of like green extend out from Brel like a cloud, and they kind of pass over Maya and just pass right past her. See? I can't give her my spores, so I guess we can't talk. The Grayson goes, "Oh, that's unfortunate. Excuse me, miss,
Yes.
are you, do you breathe?"
No.
She kind of like pauses and looks at the rest of you guys like,
Of course she does.
well,
I didn't see it.
I mean,
I'm not judging, I'm just asking.
Are you familiar with the idea of a construct? A
Inorganic matter.
golem, perhaps?
Oh, golems. Yeah, I know about golems.
She's something akin to that. She doesn't breathe.
Oh,
She doesn't have organics like
do
us.
do you eat?
no, unfortunately.
Oh.
I've always wanted to, even though I'm a chef, but
Oh.
It is weird.
Ironic,
Huh.
actually. Yeah,
well,
Seal says that too.
when my parents were in their old ages and couldn't really take care of themselves, I learned how to cook for them.
Well, Brel here, doesn't talk. His kind communicate through their spores.
Oh.
And, you can't seem to take them, I guess. So, I'll repeat
translate.
everything. Yeah, everything Brel says, I'll say out loud for you.
I appreciate that.
To that, Grayson would kind of like talk with Brel, and anything that he said through this conversation that you haven't heard catches you up on, essentially.
Oh,
That's good.
okay. So, a question about the whole name thing, then. Like, what if you give like a nickname?
It's probably better that you do that. Giving an
that's
alias
fine.
or a pseudonym is good, but it's also still risky. I'd rather not give any name.
No, I gotcha. I just want to know the rules and all that, you know?
Brel will say, and Grayson will translate for Maya, it depends on the power of the Fae as well. Giving your name to an Archfey would be essentially signing your soul away. But one of us, the most we could probably do is coerce you a bit, convince you to do things you normally wouldn't. Power of names it's something under Modus Mundi. We can't really help it.
I kind of like look startled when he says that. What is that?
What?
You mean
Modus
the
Mundi.
twins? The twin elves?
Twins? What
No,
twins?
I do not think that they would Mortis Mundi. Could you explain who Mortis
Yes.
Mundi is?
What is that? What is that?
I think it's a who.
Modus Mundi isn't a person. It's an It's
A god?
He looks to Grayson. It's like Brel doesn't even know if that's correct, and Grayson's like, kind of. That's the closest way to put it, I suppose. I don't. There are wiser and more intelligent Fae than I that I could answer this better, but Modus Mundi is the state of the world. It's sort of just the way things are, and I believe it has some awareness. Sorry,
So
I've
sentient.
never had. Yeah, that's the word.
Huh.
And it kind of dictates the way things are supposed to be in this world. And the law of names is one of the things that's decided. Names have power, and that power can be used if you know it. Oh, just so you know, I didn't give you my name. I only told you, so don't try to do that for me or anything. I've
Probably
elected
couldn't
not
anyway.
to do the same for you.
No, we would never.
Okay.
You said you were a merchant, yes?
Yes,
I
that's
don't
correct.
suppose you have any books or scrolls on the Feywild that might help us learn more?
Oh, let me check. And he goes to
I should
his.
have asked that question.
It's a very
you
good
go,
question.
Like, opens like large doors, and you see this cart is full of everything you could possibly imagine, including things that are incredibly useless, things that are just seemingly picked up, found. A lot of it
fucking
looks
seashell.
like.
Fucking...
Yep. For anything that might be valuable to someone out
A
there.
piece of paper.
Let's see. I've got a lot of things. I've got a couple of bottles of weird liquid, some boxes of weapons. It's like, and it's like you see, there's like a long sword that's like twisted around and like bent at like a 90-degree angle.
Oh.
Not that.
Doesn't
Some
seem-
silverware, brassware. Here's a couple books. He, like, blows off a layer of dust.
Yeah, they're
This
not
is
used often.
some book about plants. This one looks like it's about animals. It has pictures. I think this one's about the courts, maybe.
That one.
This.
That one.
I didn't mean to put this in here. This is just my grandmother's recipe for feast loaf.
I want that if you're willing to sell it.
You
I
want to
want
buy?
secret recipe.
Yeah.
Unlocked.
Yes, of course. This is premium
Genuine.
ware.
Just
What do you trade in?
What was that?
What do you
in
trade in?
gold?
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, if you have anything,
Seems like a lot of things.
well, if you have
As I
anything
pick
to
up that book
exchange,
of the court.
you
May I look through this?
probably. Do you know about a Ladrin coin?
No.
Oh, that would make things easier. A Ladrin in this realm trade in these coins of
Gold?
one of them, yeah. There's a silver and a copper too.
I pull out like
I
these.
thought you didn't know about a Ladrin coin.
Oh,
I didn't know that was what they were
that's
called.
what you mean.
Oh, not
Okay,
everyone
I
here
put it away.
trades in those, but yeah, I can do some Eladrin coin. That's fine. Equinoctus is a pretty good trading hub, so I can usually turn it over there.
How much for
but
this
I
book
also-
of the Fey Chords?
Quartz.
Because he wants it right now.
He pulls a book. Cecilius, you speak Sylvan, I believe?
Yes, I
Do
do.
you? Okay.
Yes.
Looking through Rhea, you see the cover says Sporal's Comprehensive Records Volume 1. And it seems to be a little bit tattered. This could be 10 gold?
Can I insight him?
Yeah, you can give an insight.
Insight? Yeah.
Natural 20.
No.
For my reference, what exactly are you trying to infer
I'm
here?
seeing if he's trying to swindle me.
Gotcha. On a natural 20 insight, here's the things I will tell you. One, there is no world in which a book of history that's in
No.
this quality would be
No.
worth 10 gold pieces in Elcast.
That's crazy.
Now, if that's the case in the Feywilds, you don't know. You don't know what
know.
Eladrin coin exchange rates are or how rare books might be in this world.
Right.
I will say, on a natural 20 though, he didn't sound super confident on the price, and you think there could be some wiggle room at the very least.
When we get back to our realm, we could tell people about you, about your wares. 8?
Would they?
He's gonna try to haggle. He's gonna try to haggle. 8?
Yeah. Would they? Would. Sorry.
This kind of knowledge, this kind of, wares. That's
Give me a
it's
persuasion check.
invaluable. Persuasion. Let's go. Okay. I'm not gonna flare because I don't want him to know I have aura. Persuasion. Ugh. Bleh.
I mean, if you'd be willing to, that'd be very kind. You're the first
9?
flame bearers I've ever met. So I don't know how much that would help me if,
I just say 9 then?
No,
My persuasion check? 9?
quite literally.
Yeah. Can't help myself. I want at least 1 gold on. I mean, I have the gold, but
9 gold and
know.
5 silver.
It's probably worth like 1 gold.
probably.
Not even. Probably worth
Yeah.
a
I
copper.
really want this book, though.
Oh my goodness.
Really want this book. It's fine. I'll just give him
No.
9. I'll just give him.
I'll just give him 9.
You just give him
Oh
9.
my
God.
Do you pay the 10?
I'll pay the 10. I don't care.
Okay.
I have it.
Okay. You hand over 10 gold pieces. You
Yep.
see he does kind of like look
Fine.
at them closely. He's like, I don't really recognize the symbol, but I don't think that really matters too much. Great. And he hands over the book.
Yep. I don't care. I'm starting to like read through it.
So here you have discovered one of the systems of this campaign.
Yeah, that's right.
By
Let's go.
buying this book, Cecilius has unlocked history checks for the Autumn Court.
Oh.
Anytime you would like to do a history check,
Yes.
you can refer to this book for the Autumn Court specifically.
Okay.
Nice.
Autumn Court book.
Things you would have no way of knowing as a non-native to this world, you might be able to look it up in a book.
How much
What
for
about
the recipe?
strange liquids? I like strange things.
I kind of give you a side eye, but you can't see them giving you a side eye. Because I have my blindfold back
Get the
on.
feeling. No. Your owl does.
I'm judging you. I'm judging.
He'll look through the bottles he has. He's like, well, I've got this one.
That's fair.
He holds it up and he like shakes this bottle. It has, you see, the bottle has like a layer of like brown liquid, silver, and gray. And as he shakes it, the liquids don't mix. They like shake together and then settle separately. And you can tell this is something different. I've got a couple of these. He's got these 2 bottles filled with a red, like a deep red liquid. You recognize them immediately as potions of healing. So I've got those. Oh, and I have this. And he pulls up a bottle. And he holds it up to like. I think this has something in it. I'm pretty sure. It looks completely empty.
That's pretty sure.
Can I give an Arcana check on the empty one first?
Sure, give me an Arcana.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
22.
and be reading.
22.
And I'll ask him if I can like take a closer look at it if I'm allowed to hold it.
Don't open it, but yes, you can look. As you inspect it, you turn it in the air, and like the light from Maya's spell and like the ambient light of the. By the way, some of the flora here does naturally seem to have like a phosphorescence here. There is some like natural light.
Okay.
And I should specify now, as you hold this up and you look to the sky, it's not night. It's darker than daylight, but it's almost like dusk. You also don't see a sun or a moon.
It's shade.
You also
it's
don't see any
shade
stars.
time. It's
Just
around
the
shade
sky
time.
in shades of dusky hues. There are clouds, but it is weirdly, for how it's not nighttime, the surroundings are weirdly dark.
Okay.
But as you hold up this bottle, there is a glint inside of it that almost like you're looking at incredibly clear water. Like there is something in here that does catch some of the light. On a 22 Arcana, I'll just let you know this is a bottle of bottled breath. This contains the breath of an air elemental. When you inhale it, you either exhale it or hold it. If you exhale it, it replicates the gust of wind spell. And if you hold it, you don't need to breathe for an hour.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
And can I arcana the weird oil and water one as well?
Sure.
Let's 14.
14. I'd say you're not totally sure what it is, but you know it's a potion of some kind. You
Okay.
can tell by the way that the layers do not mix. There is something magical going on here. It's not just like 3 different oils. There's very clearly like a separation.
How much for all of your potions?
Oh, a bundle. Well, hard to come by these bottles. So, give me an insight check real quick. 14. He gives you guys a glance over and is like lingering on some of your items. You feel like he's sizing you up on how much he can say it's worth. Like he's seeing how wealthy you are before he says the price. I could do the lot for 50 gold pieces.
Helios looks
So how much is like a basic potion of healing in Elkest?
In Elkest,
50 gold.
in this modern day,
Yeah.
you can get them for like 20 gold.
Okay, so they're not. Those aren't worth
that's
that
a lot
much.
for like a farmer, but for an adventurer or an artificer, it's not that hard to come by.
Yeah.
Potions of healing are also not something the common everyday person just needs. Like people don't usually get hurt enough to need a potion of healing.
Yeah.
That's what they go to the clerics for. They get that hurt.
If they even need it that much, they just a single hit point of damage is not stubbing your toe; it's being stabbed by a dagger. You know, most people don't undergo damage.
Yeah.
So
you get into a lot of brawls. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel that this is definitely. I think actually on an insight, and with you being an artificer, 50 gold could be a really good deal for this many potions, or it could be a really bad deal depending on you don't know the exchange rate in the Feywilds.
Yeah.
So hard to say if that's like a really good deal or not. But you'd be getting 2 potions of healing, the bottled breath, and the weird 3-liquided thing for 50 gold.
Contrary to how some of our equipment might look, we're not actually that well off.
Oh,
Do you think we could bring that down?
Oh, I mean, I'm always open for trade. You know, your fancy sword, or or that one's weird bag. Points to Helios.
It's just like, it's my
What do
bag.
you mean my weird bag?
It's really fancy. I don't know. It looks like it'd be worth something. Helios.
What bag am I wearing?
You're wearing a bag.
Oh, okay, my backpack.
No. It's around your waist. There's a strap that goes across your shoulder, down to your waist. You don't recognize
What?
this
Not
bag.
a fairy bag?
No, it's like a messenger bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like a dark leather. And as you look at it, you see there is a bit of parchment sticking out of the top of it.
Nani?
Pull it out. You find an ornate letter with golden trim. It has a wax seal featuring the beak of a griffin.
Okay, hold on. Wax seal. And it's a brown, like, messenger bag?
Yeah.
Brown leather?
Yeah.
Fancy?
Pretty fancy. I mean, it looks rustic.
Looks new.
But
It looks new?
It's brand new.
Brand new.
Shiny
Alright.
buckles, no wear.
Messenger bag.
Also, you are clean now.
This is not
You
mine. What?
You look clean and
Whatever it is.
shiny. You're like, what?
What is oh, what else is in this bag?
You flip open the bag, it's empty. Just the letter that was sticking at the top.
Does this seal mean anything to you?
No.
Good. Okay.
As you open the
Opens.
letter, you see the edges of the paper are lined in gold and have stylized images of eagles and tigers and griffins. And you see the text in the page is written in what looks like liquid gold ink, and it is no language you recognize, yet you can effortlessly read it all the same.
So
Fairest greetings and salutations, dearest reader. It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance following your bizarre and sudden arrival to my abode earlier. My name is Creer, and I congratulate you on your safe landing at your proper destination. This bag is an extension of my workshop, and if it would behoove you to read further, I would like to extend an offer of cooperation and gainful employment that I am certain will be mutually beneficial. If you are amenable to some small amount of legwork, I would be most obliged to offer payment for delivery of my various trinkets and treasures to those in need. If you prove yourselves to be capable partners, I may invite you to return to my workshop in the future for further exploration of employment opportunities. Rest assured, I do not expect you to find the recipients of my parcels serendipitously. You will be provided names and locations for any parcels and packages I need delivered within the time is right. If you find yourself disagreeable to this offer of partnership, merely replace the letter into the bag and toss it aside wherever you please. I will then reclaim it, and we shall communicate no further in the future. Kindest and warmest regards to a fellow artificer, Creer.
cool. I like
How do you
that.
spell
You have
that name?
no memory of having received this bag.
How do you spell that?
I will put
Creer.
into NPCs.
Okay.
Creer.
Creer.
Huh.
First NPC name.
That's funny.
Let's go.
You know, that
You just had
bag
this
that you're
imaginary
wearing
bag on
that
you.
you know
You're like,
you were
what are you
wearing.
talking about?
Damn. Let's go.
I have
Let's
no
go.
memory of this bag or this. But I'm not going to keep this bag. I'm sorry, it is not for trade.
Oh, okay, I suppose. Well, if you're going to insist on coin, I guess we can try renegotiating the price.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Because we didn't discuss it before, because I forgot it takes a spell component, but it's a 100 gold piece component. Do I have the spell components for Identify?
You would. You own a shop. You
Okay.
would easily be. If you, as the owner of an artificer shop, didn't have the ability to identify, that seems unreasonable.
That is very fair.
I just think that it's one of those things I'm gonna have to ask. You don't sell.
Nope. I
Yeah.
don't plan on it anyways, because I need to be able to cast it. In that case, while holding this weird layered potion, I'm gonna cast Identify.
Potion of climbing.
Oh. Get a climb, just gives you a climb speed of your walk
Climb
speed.
speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour, and you have advantage on athletics checks made to climb.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be flipping through this book then.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So you can peruse the book. Simply owning the book is enough to unlock the access to the history checks. But I also don't mind if you just happen to read it.
Okay.
For the most part, as you start to read it, it is very flowery language. It is extremely dry in explaining the history of the court. It also doesn't explain the origins of the Autumn Court, which is a bit odd. It kind of starts like midway through the court's existence.
Are there are there names or locations in this at all?
Yes, but the idea here mechanically is it's if you'd like to do a history check,
Gotcha.
it's a whole book.
Okay.
Even like scanning through, it's there's so much to go through. you would have to, like, if you want to one day read this front to back, it'll be a
Mhm.
long time to do so.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If I give you the knowledge of what these 2 potions do, plus some coin, would that be fair trade?
For the potions?
Yes, for the potion, the red potions.
Oh, so you only want the red ones?
Yes.
Oh, suppose
Yeah.
learning what the other ones do would be good. Sure. Yeah, I think that's fair. Trade in knowledge is good too. If you know what these do, I'd be happy to know so I could better market them. In that case,
So,
knowledge of the weird not mixing and the empty bottle, plus 5 gold pieces, and you can have the other 2 red ones.
that sounds amenable.
Okay. What do these do? And you explain.
And
what they
Asher
are.
will go ahead and explain what they do to him.
Oh. I just thought they were pretty. Huh. People will trade for pretty. That's useful. Okay.
That's
You
fair.
can subtract 5 gold and add 2 potions of healing.
Hell
That's an
yeah.
incredible deal.
So, how much of a recipe in the nature book?
You were serious about that.
Yes.
I feel weird selling the recipe. It's my grandmother's recipe, but
Or
if you buy the book,
if you're good with it, just allow me to copy it down, and I'll pay you for letting me copy it.
well, that was sort of the giving away my grandmother's recipe thing.
Oh,
It was more
gotcha.
so- But no, it's okay. If you buy the book, I'll throw the recipe in for free. I haven't had the time to cook lately, anyways.
Ooh,
Feast
okay.
loaf is so in depth.
I mean, if I've got the ingredients, seeing as we're traveling together, I can cook it for you.
That would be really nice, actually. Okay, so which of the books did you want?
You said you have a nature book?
Plants. I guess it has flowers on it.
Yeah, I want it.
Does Maya read Sylvan, right?
Yes, he does.
You see it says Faddle's Guide to Seasonal Flora.
Laura.
That one is 10 gold as well. He's
She'll just
listing at the
pay
same
the full.
price as the other one.
Yeah, she'll just pay the full 10. She's not gonna try to haggle.
Okay. You hand it over. He tucks the recipe into that book as well, and so you can also add. And I will.
Nature checks.
Yes. So this book unlocks the ability to do nature checks on fey plants.
Nice. Cool.
There
Harvest
may be-
shit. Let's
There may
go.
also be more books out there that you're able to find to unlock.
I like
Delicious
this. It's a
dungeon.
good concept. I like it.
Yeah, I thought it would be helpful. I'm also going to add to Maya's journal your first planar recipe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you've learned how to make feast loaf.
Hell
Planar
yeah.
recipes will be foods you can craft with specific ingredients you can find throughout the Feywilds that will have some beneficial effects
Oh my
for
god.
our
You
chef.
gave him cooking mechanics. I
Yes!
love this.
Is the delicious in dungeon season.
Yeah!
I love this.
So, feast loaf is a golden brown loaf with swirls of cinnamon and nutmeg, crunchy
my
on the
hell yeah.
outside, soft on the inside, and packed with comfort.
I love
A
sweets.
staple of autumn feasts. It
Yeah.
requires all the typical ingredients of bread. You need to have flour and such, flour, water, yeast. But it also requires 3 gold worth of amber wheat and 2 gold worth of cinnabar morels.
Ooh.
So specific mushrooms and wheat. You have to find those.
Ooh.
It also has the amount of time required to prepare it and how long it lasts and how many servings it gives.
Nice.
On preparation, a serving can be consumed as an action to provide 2d4 2d4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Okay, so it's literally just like a better version of my chef feat.
Yes, but as an action, and and it requires more. It's the first recipe. Yes.
Yeah.
I think also you being a chef even allows this mechanic.
Yes.
We can't do this.
No,
Correct.
we can't. That's
And what
that's a
really
Maya
sucks is
thing.
Maya can't benefit from it. Only you guys
Yeah,
can.
that is a weird one.
Damn.
Do you have any of these ingredients?
Oh, no, I don't. I stock rations.
Hmm.
And you see, he does have field rations for sale. 1 silver apiece, which is still an absurd price for Elkes standards. His rations, by the way, are mostly dried berries, and a few strips of like what looks like a bark
Okay.
instead of a hardtack.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. Me and my friends I am not gonna let them eat rations. I am going to cook all their meals so that they have full meals. You too.
Oh, well, that's very kind.
Thank you.
She looks at the mushroom person. Does he eat?
No way. Not the
What do
same
you
way we
mean
do,
by
but
that? What do you
just
mean
need-
by that?
I'll be honest, I don't really know, but I've never had to feed him.
Okay,
Huh.
good to know.
I think during the market exchange,
Yeah.
Helios would attempt to like communicate with Burrell
Sure.
telepathically and be hello.
Hello.
Oh, this work. Okay, very cool.
It does work.
Would you be amenable to some questions?
Of course.
May I interview you?
I don't know what that means, but yes.
Are you related to or similar species to a violet fungus that are more aggressive?
I have a few siblings who have violet coloration.
Do they like lash out and do flesh deteriorating?
Oh no, we don't really do that. We're very peaceful people. We don't hurt.
Forgive my
Love it.
ignorance, but what are you?
I'm a myconid.
Michael.
We don't really attack
spell
people
it.
unless you attack us.
How do you spell it?
Put it in NPCs. It's
Yeah,
stable.
it's a race.
Ah,
Mushroom people. Yep.
Very cool.
Oh,
that is
Okay.
cool.
All right. I think Helios would probably just ask like weird generic questions and like is writing it down in their journal and just kind of documenting like what they are, what they do, what they eat, like do they sleep, what's with the telepathic communicating, that sort of thing.
Brel would tell you, he eats energy, whatever that means.
Great.
Usually
Photosynthesis.
Usually comes from the shine, or if we find something that's already dead, I'll eat that.
Photosynthesis.
We're dead. Great.
Sleep? No, not really. I've heard about it. Sounds nice though. The spores let me talk to things. I don't know how to do it otherwise. I don't breathe, so I don't have air, so I don't have a mouth.
It's true. There is no mouth in that picture.
No.
That's so funny. Oh.
Technically don't even have eyes. It's all just sort of there.
Okay.
That's very interesting. And where is your home? Which court?
I see. Oh, I live here, but far from here. There's a place called the Hollow Downs. It's not far from where the Flame Bearers have decided to live. There's a lot of tunnels there.
So you prefer to live underground then?
I used to, until Grayson found me. Now I carry his cart.
How come?
I owe Grayson. He saved my colony.
Oh, from what?
You see he gestures at the ground, and you see he's looking at the difference between the typical, like, green foliage and the like violet discoloration under your feet. Fell blight.
Oh. Is it like a sickness?
I don't know if that's right. It doesn't affect me when I'm standing on it, but it gets into things. It's only in the autumn court as far as I know. I can't talk to it, so that makes it a little weird.
Interesting. And then Grayson mentions a boon of protection.
Yes.
What are those?
Oh. I've never been asked that. You don't have any boons?
Not where I'm from.
Oh. Well, how do you know you're safe?
I don't. I live in constant fear.
Oh
He's laughing.
my
It is.
God.
Told you earlier, right?
This is all telepathic!
I know. You saw me earlier, right? Waving my gun around.
It's hard to describe. Well, so here, Grayson. And it's like you see Grayson in the middle of like haggling with Maya, like handing over the book. It's like, oh, yes, bro. This one's asking about boons. Oh, you don't know about those? Sorry, I've never talked to anyone who's not from this world, so I suppose that makes sense. Boons are gifts given from more powerful Fae to lesser Fae. They're, well, I was almost going to use one on you earlier, actually, and say that with all honesty. And now I feel bad because you all seem like good people. But I have a boon that was given to me by, powerful Fae of Summer. He holds up his hand, and you feel this like weird sensation come over you as he begins to intone some form of phrase. And as he says it, give me an Arcana would be the closest, I'd say, for Helios.
Okay, Arcana.
13. It's almost like he's intoning a spell, but it's different. His words have power you could feel behind them. As he says, finders, keepers, losers, sweepers. Those that find the waylaid ones keep them close and lose them not, lest you become the one who weeps when treasured trash is claimed for keeps. Do not protest the finder's vow if they take what is not allowed. So long as not in home or held, simply say, finder becomes keeper and all is well. And you feel like this power come out as he finishes saying that. And you see he like just picks up a rock off the ground and just tosses it to his cart. Found it. It's mine though. See, it's like that. You see, Romp, who's kind of just been off to the side here, is like, they're not gonna understand it from that. That's stupid. It's like a rule. He's allowed to take anything as long as it's not being owned by someone.
Oh.
Like, actively. If you, like, dropped something and walked away, he could take it and it would be his. In the eyes of the realm. People would instinctively know it was his.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous in somebody's hands who's not very nice.
It is. It's not really a good one either. I don't even have that boon. I'm not exactly sure who gave it to you, but whoever did probably doesn't have the greatest of intentions. Grayson goes, I got it from the Mouse King. And I got it because he owed me a favor. You hear Brel say, a lot of people owe Grayson favors. He's very influential where he comes from.
Where do you come from? I just look up from my book.
I'm from the Summer Court, from the Waking Wood.
Hmm. Waking Wood. Some sort.
Anyways, so if there's anything else you guys would like to know or buy, be happy to help. Otherwise, I think we
Do you
probably should
know
get
of
some rest before we head out.
any
Right. Did you have any more
powerful...
books or no?
One more. There was one more book. There was a book of animals that had pictures. And you read Sylvan, so you can see it says it's Trix Bestiary Volume 1.
I absolutely will buy that.
Okay, that's another 10 gold.
And gold. Oof.
And that will
You guys
unlock...
have more than 10 gold.
But I did some rolls. Some people got some buku
Yeah.
money.
Yep.
Helios probably just eyes people just dropping money.
Yeah.
And be like, interesting.
The bestiary will unlock survival checks for fey creatures.
Oh god, that's nice.
Well,
do it.
if you want to borrow that, because Maya's not good at survival checks.
Yeah.
Helios bedtime stories, because Helios doesn't speak Sylvan.
Do you know of any powerful healers within this land?
Healers.
Does that word translate?
I can...
I mean,
Asher
any
will
one
speak in Sylvan if it helps.
Okay, sure. As you say, as you say it in Sylvan. Well, any of the members of the courts are pretty powerful. But I don't think I've ever heard of the summer or autumn lords healing much. It's more of a spring or winter, maybe? Or Sealy. You could try the Sealy lands.
Sealy.
Yes. I don't... I would be surprised if Queen Morisidae would be willing to help you for nothing, but if there's anyone who could heal, would be them.
Okay. Does that have anything to do with... Celine?
Celine?
Selene?
Selene?
Seleme?
Sorry, don't know that one.
Okay. Thank you. You had mentioned it was almost night, darkness, shadows.
Shade, yes. Yeah.
Should we set up camp?
Yes, I think that would be probably for the best. If everyone's okay with it, I'd be happy to.
As long as these
host you.
lands are safe, yes.
Well, relative, I suppose. Just don't go wandering off any lights you see in the dark. That's about all you have to worry about around here.
Okay.
Don't worry, I avoid that.
And be careful about
Can't see
putting
that.
off too much light. So, I guess at that point, Grayson and Brell would begin to set up camp. You see they unfold, it looks like a large awning from the cart, and like open up a bit. And they bring out some bedding and some. They do seem to have supplies for multiple people. Perhaps they don't usually travel alone. Brell just kind of like sits on the ground, with his, like kind of like a teddy bear, honestly, like his legs splayed out and just arms at his side.
I love that for him.
Yeah.
Grayson does not get a fire going. As he's preparing camp, he does not do that. But he does kind of begin to set up what he would usually do for food. which is just like a lot of dry. There's like there's like a large leaf that he has a lot of like dried fruits and nuts like out arranged.
Yeah, mine actually like is it dangerous if I start a fire right now for cooking?
Oh, it should be okay as long as it's not a very big one.
No, it won't be any brighter than my spell, I assure you.
Okay, just be mindful.
Of course, I care deeply about nature, so I'm always careful with my fires.
That's good.
And Maya's actually going to go ahead and make a nice beef loaf with some veggies for everyone.
Okay, you pull your supplies out of your bag of colding that you have prepared, and you get a fire going and do some cooking.
While we're setting up camp, I will go ahead in that square I've made and use the alarm spell.
Nice,
Ah.
nice.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's good. That's
Everyone,
Okay, I will-
including the bear and the mushroom,
Note the edges.
and it
And the
will be.
shroom.
It is going to be a mental alarm.
Okay.
Ah,
Gotcha.
okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, and she's making off the side a special salad for Rump, because she's
Rump.
assuming he doesn't eat meat.
Mr. Hops is rump.
Yes, Rump.
Yes.
That's just funny. It's just
I like
funny.
hops better. I like hops
Lump
better.
Hops.
Yeah.
Mr. Hops was my
I
father.
have a very dignified name. It's Rump.
For rabbits, it probably is dignified.
AJ, did you get rid of our decay then?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone's decay is gone.
Yay!
Alright, just confirming.
Thank you. Thank you. I have 4 decay. You have enough?
Nope, that's fine. She still has 22 left.
Okay.
if needed.
Yay. Thank you.
No problem. That's my job. I'm a cleric. Oh yeah, so when you eat this food, by the way, if you are hurt and you spend a hit die, you get an extra D8 up on top of it.
If anyone does need to spend hit die, I don't think anyone was hurt, really.
I have
No.
1 damage, and if we take a full rest, I'll heal from
Yeah.
that, so...
Okay. Huh. I should ask, does Maya have like a let's say like a kind of built-in repair system? Like if she takes a long rest, will her body slowly repair itself, or does she have to use magic?
No, you benefit from rest as well. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Helios would probably approach Maya while she's cooking.
Sure.
I don't mean to presume, Miss Maya, but do you need any assistance mending your form?
I appreciate the offer. Unfortunately, the mending spell only has a very specific use for me, and it requires me to use a bit more energy for it to heal, in which I won't get back all of it if I do. So my body will mend on its own over time. It's just the way my parents built me.
Your parents must have had access to a great, I guess, the materials made up of your body don't appear to be of the same from, well, what I have seen in Elkest. Looks
Oh. Well, that's because you've got seeing the inside of my body. But they did have access to a lot of stuff. She kind of like you see, she kind of hesitates for a moment before saying anything more. They helped a lot in the advancement of outcasts in big technological sort of sense.
Oh. But I mean, Outcast I think has a long way to go, but I mean, it's on its way.
Oh, yeah. But you see, she actually stops and looks at you like, what? Huh? I thought we were like really moving along.
Oh, I mean, that's what I said. It's the accent translation.
Wait. Maya's gonna do an insight.
Sure.
She sucks at those, but she's gonna try.
Well, how else will deceive you?
Hmm.
Ooh, I rolled good.
Nice. Yeah.
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 Yep. Okay. She just keeps cooking.
That tracks.
Okay. Apologies for the interruptions. I should leave it to.
No, I appreciate the offer to help me mend. I was actually really lucky to be paired up with two artificers, to be honest.
You are not wrong in that. Got to go. Somewhere in this very small camp. I'm going to sit over here. Not in the purple.
So as you guys are getting set up, Grayson would continue like conversation. So, you already said you fell here, so you didn't mean to come here. I don't mean to pry, of course. I've already told you why I'm here and where I'm headed, but, just, should I be concerned at all for traveling with you?
Oh. Well, the Green Knight doesn't seem to like me very much.
What now?
Yeah.
As you say it,
The what?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't hear. It's like Brell says, "Oh, she said the Green Knight doesn't like them very much." When you say the Green Knight, do you mean a knight that happens to be green? It's like I see Romp goes, "Oh no. The Green Knight, protector of the realm, yeah, guardian of the woods, yeah, Trust me,
Guardian of
I
the
know,
woods,
I saw him."
I hugged him.
You hear from the cart. Oh, holy shit! From the bottle.
Oh, there's someone there.
Grayson, she's almost like as much as a bear can pale. I was like, oh, okay. That's not what I was expecting.
Well, we didn't do anything to him particularly. It's just, apparently he doesn't like outsiders very much.
It makes sense.
Okay. Well, that's
I think
good
we
to
made
know.
peace before we fell.
I need to have Maya
Kind
do
of.
an insight.
Sure.
Because I don't want to just contradict her without Maya having a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. He stabbed me in the shoulder. I don't think he fought any sort of peace.
Oh, Carrie, I'm talking about before we fell through the fracture. You know, he stopped. He stopped a little bit too late, but he stopped.
Is that because, like, all the time stopped or something?
Look, that was really, weird.
I
I don't think he's gonna, like, track us down and kill us, if that's your way, Grayson.
Okay, that does help. This is definitely the part where I've lost the thread of things with time stopping and falling through fractures, but as long as you're pretty sure the Green Knight isn't going to track me down and murder me, that should be
Oh.
fine.
No. If anything, he's probably going to be way more concerned with, whatever happened there. I'm not even sure.
I don't think it was part of the test, that's for sure.
Yeah, I hope not.
I look up from my book and I say that comment and go back to reading.
Writing is
Romp-
very weird. I should never tell somebody I'm going to give them my word. Should I?
That's very good, actually. Good thinking. Anytime you word things in a way that implies you are offering something, I'm not saying everyone would capitalize on. I mean, I didn't, but more malicious Fae absolutely would. You hear from the cart?
Like
You
who?
never would. I'd never do that. You can give me everything. You can give me your name. You can give me your word. I'd never do anything like that. Shut it. You don't give that one anything.
Who should we be wary of?
Points to the sugar plum on the cart.
Other than her.
Oh. Well, that's a broad question. I would normally say to avoid the Green Knight if you see them around, but that seems pointless now.
Well, yeah.
There's still friends of him.
Try not to get on the bad side of any of the Archfey, but I mean, you probably won't interact with them on a daily basis. I've never met one in person, so, you know. But even not meeting them in person, you can get on their bad side if you do anything that offends them.
Are they reclusive a lot of the time?
Oh, well,
You said they're hard to find, right?
No, they're not hard to find. It's just there's no reason for someone like me to ever interact with any of them. They have more important jobs in the realm. You can find them if you really want to seek them out where they dwell. Lord Lenris lives in Equinoctus, of course, and Phosphorane, and all of the other lords live in their own courts.
Have you heard of an artificer Krier?
No, that doesn't strike a bell.
Okay. So crazy. I don't understand.
And you see,
Lenris,
Brel,
Phosphorane, what are they lords of?
What was that?
These lords. Which one resides where?
Oh, of course. Well,
There's one that's Lenris and Phosphorine.
Phosphorane.
Lenris is Lord of the Autumn Court. Believe his titles are many, as they all are, but he's the host of the Golden Feast, Reaper of all that grows, and Master of the Wild Hunt. He lives within Equinoctus. He is Lord of this realm.
Ooh.
And then there is Phosphorane, Lord of the Summer Court, King of all that shines, the Beast Lord. He is the Lord of Summer. And then, I don't deal with them at all, obviously, much, but there is Leyland, Lady of the Winter Court, Keeper of all who rest, Remnant of the First Dream. And then there is Nimue, Lady of the Spring Court. mistress of all that blooms and daughter of the dawn. She lives, of course, within the spring court. Oh, I guess that's something to explain, since you're new here. There's 4 seasonal courts: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And then there's also the Seelie and the Unseelie courts. Typically, generally, the Seelie and the Unseelie have more power than the seasonal courts do. And I would not involve yourself with either of them unless absolutely necessary. They're difficult to deal with.
Where does the Green Knight fall under the categories?
None of them.
Oh.
Well, he's an outlier.
Or all of them. See, Romp speaks up. No one really knows. Green Knight's just always been here. He's always protected the realm.
Does the Green Knight have a arch nemesis?
You see Romp, Brel, and Grayson all look at each other, and there's a pause.
I have stepped in something.
There's someone, but we're not supposed to talk about them, really.
Oh. Okay.
You can tell...
Names have power, I'm assuming?
You can tell they are in a weird situation of they've never had to explain something like this to someone before. And they're not sure. It's kind of a Voldemort situation. They're kind of afraid to say the name. And you feel like you're all the weird ones for not instinctively knowing the name.
Yeah, we're weirdos.
Oh my god.
Is it okay to write it down?
Maybe. Just don't say it out loud.
Say it 3 times, guy.
Understood.
Beauties!
Swear to God, that'd be hilarious. Grayson fetches from his cart.
Here, I have paper and pen. Would you like to write it down in my book?
I'm actually going to shift the music at this point because we've been doing this for a while. As you hand the paper over, he writes down 2 words. And as he writes it, he folds it as if he doesn't want to look at the word he wrote, and hands it over to Helios.
Voldemort.
I'm not even going to say it out loud to keep the in character.
I'm
going to send it to
Helios.
Beetlejuice. Okay.
It's funny. So
okay.
These the Seelie and Unseelie, they're courts, you said? They're more powerful than the seasons? How is that possible?
I don't really know.
Is one good and one bad? Seelie,
No.
Unseelie?
No.
The words.
That's ridiculous. One is certainly brighter, the other is darker, but I mean, technically, the Unseelie court is different. They are seen as more deceptive, and the Unseelie are seen as more straightforward, but that doesn't make one better than the other.
Did you say Unseelie is different, and then the
Unseelie is considered to be more deceptive, and
okay.
There does
you
seem...
said it backwards. You said, I think you said it backwards.
No, I said Unseelie is different and is considered to be more deceptive.
Yeah.
And Seelie is considered to be more straightforward.
Okay. I had a feeling. Okay.
All right. As you're being told this, Seal, Arianel will kind of chime in into your mind and say,
Hmm.
the Sealy Court is beautiful and dangerous. The Unseelie may be deceptive, but you expect them to be deceptive, which makes it easier to deal with them. If that makes any sense. It's complicated.
I just shake my head. Yeah.
In general, the bear is correct. Try not to deal with either of them if you can. Well,
Sorry for springing all that questions on you.
I know.
You probably have so many questions about our situation.
I'm very curious, but after hearing about the Green Knight, I'm a little less curious. Now I'm a little more concerned in general. Maybe the less I know, the better, honestly.
Yes, let's all wind down over a nice hot plate of food as Maya finishes up and hands out the food to everybody.
Thank you. This is the best I've had in a while. Hot food. How about that?
Hot food.
Nom, 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 nom.
I
she'll even
graciously
have
accept. Thank you.
she'll even have given a small bit to your owl if they want some.
I don't know. I don't know what she eats. She probably eats like bugs and fucking other birds, small birds, and
Well,
fucking
there is meat,
frogs.
so
Nice.
Yeah.
Rhea can eat that, yeah.
Hell yeah.
and of course the salad for our rabbit
Rom.
friend.
Treating me like a fucking pet. Takes it.
Sorry,
This is good. What'd
do
you season
like
this with?
meat?
No. You got it right.
What?
Just, I don't know.
Okay,
Just,
then think of it as like we're friends.
and just takes it, like,
Yuck.
hops like a step away and eats it.
Eh.
Well, if there's nothing else, I guess we should all tuck in for the shade, and when the shine starts up, we can head out.
All right.
Yes.
I guess this shouldn't come as a surprise to you guys. I don't sleep, so don't worry about watch, I suppose.
Oh. How convenient.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think during like eating before people are settling down to sleep, Helios will spend the time creating some cartography tools.
Sure.
Using right tool for the job. Like
Very cool.
Where'd it go? There it is. Like
Yeah, you can like convert a pair of tools or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
I can just create it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then would ask if Grayson, do you have any parchment, like a larger piece of parchment? My book is kind of not great for mapping.
Sure. Yes, I could.
I was to say, didn't we get a bag that has that stuff?
So we got an
Explorer's
adventurer's
pack?
kit.
We got an
I don't
adventurer's
think an
kit.
adventurer's kit
Or-
has parchment in it.
Or is it adventurers or
Explorer's
explorer?
pack.
Yeah.
Explorer.
Explorer.
Which has a backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin, as well as 50 feet of hemp rope.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Grayson has some parchment. He'll say 5 silver pieces for like a large roll of like parchment.
Sure.
I will also purchase that as well.
You both want the same parchment?
A different set of parchment, please.
Okay, I have 2. Come prepared with all this parchment.
Sure. I'll go ahead and pay the 5 silver. And then does Grayson have any like bits of metal, workable, like scrap stuff? I
He
guess probably the
drags
sword.
he drags
broken
the
sword.
box of weapons. It is, you see, this is a box of things. So as he explained earlier, he has the boon that is a finder's keepers, essentially.
Yeah.
He just takes things he finds lying around. So he has a box of lightly used weapons, 10 gold for the whole box of 50 pounds of iron scrap.
Ooh. 10 gold for 50 pounds.
Correct.
Alright,
If you want the lot.
One moment. I need to read.
Otherwise, it's 5 silver each for each individual weapon.
I need to reread something, but put a pin in that.
Helios, if you don't mind, I'll go half on that if you don't mind sharing if I need some.
Oh. Hold on. I have to reread how my
First.
things work. Oh, jeez. How do I work?
Artificers needing materials. Weird.
Yep.
Ah.
Which ability that we have are you looking for?
Not for you.
Okay.
Subclass specific. I guess my question is, since it's only 10 gold worth of material, but it's 50 pounds, is it really 10 gold worth of material, or is it worth? Is there a conversion?
That's a good question for this. Let me take a look. Considering, because unfortunately, gold value is relative to who you buy it from.
Yeah.
I would say, let me take a look. I'd say it's enough for one. I would say this is about 100 gold worth of material.
All right.
But he's only setting it for 10 gold in terms of raw.
If find more, sorry, no, I don't want to go in halves. Halfsies.
I want all.
I want it all. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, no, I get it. It's fine. Sorry.
No, it's just working on a few things, unfortunately. But
No, it's fine. I'll just okay.
Go back to her corner.
Yeah, go on. Don't ask. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Grayson, if I make a map for you, do you think maybe if you keep finding more 50 pounds worth of scrap materials, it could be a trade?
Oh. I mean, yeah, I think those maps are a great idea. It would be really helpful to have something to look at. I mean, most people here just sort of know where they're going, but it's possible to get lost. Yeah, that would be kind of neat.
Okay. Noted. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm gonna pick this corner by the little thing.
By the little fucking sugar plum.
Yeah.
The plum of sugars. The little fucking troublemaker. Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do before settling down?
Maya's gonna start using that parchment she bought.
Okay.
To make a guide on how to speak ancient Elkin.
That's not
impossible.
Okay.
I'd like you to describe to me how you would create a guide to even speak English. That's very difficult to just create a guide to a whole language.
Sorry, not a guide. Just like, I guess, a lesson to learn ancient token?
I will require. That's not really Maya's wheelhouse. I will require intelligence checks.
Okay. She's gonna try.
Sure.
And obviously, this is just the start, not all of it.
I understand. 22 is a really good intelligence check. That's a natural 19. Yeah, I'd say you get like the basic vocabulary, like the basic like sounding out of how to do vowels and consonants, like the sentence structure. It's not nearly enough for someone to read the language, but it's a start.
Yeah.
It will take, I would say, it will take you a very long time to make this anything usable.
Yeah, no. This is like a side passion project of her. More so the memory of, you know who.
Okay.
Who your papa?
Where's the
Who your
alarm set up?
papa?
Sorry, Becky, what was that?
Where's the alarm set up?
I have it
Astra?
drawn.
He has the
I
four
believe.
corners marked.
I have the 4 corners marked.
Which 4 corners?
I have-
Okay,
They're drawn.
thank you.
They're,
Okay, I see them
yeah,
now.
did them now.
All right.
Yep.
Great. So how did you set up the perimeter? You set it up mentally, right? So no alarms and shit'll go off, like, and alert people.
No,
right?
it's a
Well,
mental
you guys have also
alarm.
been. You guys have also
We're-
been selected.
Yeah, you're.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
we
That
can
will be
move
okay.
freely in and
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
That's how the spell works.
And yeah, that's it for Maya. She'll just be essentially
Um,
sitting down and keeping watch during the night.
during the rest, I'm going to change out one of my infusions.
Okay.
Gonna change out my magical strength for my homunculus servant, which I have named.
Hmm.
Helios will also update their infusions, replacing Homunculus Servant with a Bag of Holding.
Okay.
And some spells. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go next to Helios and be like, so this little one knows something about Sophia and her whereabouts.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh,
Finally, someone.
Oh my! I didn't even know you were there.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
thought you
very
were like
quiet.
a rattling light.
Oh, hi.
yeah.
Yes, my name's Lilithil. Please let me out.
Oh.
He's going to eat me if he keeps me too long. He's fattening me up. I can tell. You have to let me go. I can help you find that girl. I saw her, the one you're talking about, Sophia. I saw she fell with you guys, but she ran off. I can tell you where.
Oh, can I do my Fey presence on her?
Fae presence. But can I for his presence of the Fae? He's gonna take a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
I'd really like if you told me where she was without all of the frou-frou-ness.
Ooh.
As Teal like bends over this bottle, this sugar plum, this little fairy who calls herself Lilithil, looks over and she's like, yeah, and like immediately pales and like shrinks back, and you see like little fairy wings kind of like wilt a little bit as you bend over this creature, and this presence exudes out of you. I would say, Helios, since you're right there, you don't have to do a save for this, but you can detect you can see what's kind of
There's some
happening here.
power happening.
There's power happening
There's
here,
power. What power?
I would like to ask, are you specifically going charmed or frightened? You have a choice.
Well, probably charmed.
Charmed.
Ah,
As this little fairy kind of wilts a bit and goes, "Oh, of course. I'll tell you whatever you'd like."
Wow. It's a
Where
serious.
is
You
she?
have a way of words.
Oh, I don't know. I
Thank
was lying.
Of course.
I have no idea who you're
feeling.
talking about. I just want to get out so I can ruin that bear's life. You should help me. Oh, he's such a dick.
What can you do for me?
Oh. Well,
Oh.
now it is until the end of your next turn, so it doesn't last terribly long.
Mhm.
I would say, what can she do for you in this moment while you have her charmed by this? Well, honestly, I should say, I can't do anything inside of this bottle. You have to open it. But then I could give you some. I could give you a boon.
Hmm. I don't
And
think I
as
need
she's
a
saying,
boon.
that, you do feel the power begin to fade. She goes,
Mm.
"How did you? How?
That's a
What
shame.
are you? How did you do that to me?
I'm just
You
gonna
shouldn't-
just go and
You
sit
can't
back
do
down.
that to me. I do that to you. You get back here."
I just go on the other set corner. That's a shame.
Helios
What the hell
finds
are
like
you?
like a napkin or something, a cloth piece, and just scrapes it.
Over. Hey.
It's
It's
shade time now.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're real cute? You know what's gonna be really cute when I'm eating one of your eyeballs like a watermelon.
God.
It's hilarious. I love that.
I'm gonna go sit next to this guy.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
It's funny. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is there anything else you guys would like to do as you wind down for this rest?
I'm good.
Well, Maya's just like, I'm awake.
Yeah,
What
it's
was
true.
that?
She doesn't even like lay down. Probably
Maya and
she's just like
Brel
standing
both.
at attention.
Which really sucks that you can't talk to
Talk to them. Yeah, Maya and Brel cannot communicate properly.
You can write shit down. You can write notes to
Yeah,
each
that's
other.
true.
Oh yeah, I guess it's true.
Right in the mud.
You got that parchment. Yeah. Oh yeah. You write in the mud.
Parchment.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
with his thumbs.
Oh my gosh. Writes really big, okay? Giant letters.
Yeah, he just puts his stub into the ground and just hi. Yeah. All right. Yes.
I'm getting these vibes right now from both those two. I really am.
Let's look at
Yes.
memes.
That's very good. Totoro vibe.
Yeah.
Totoro vibes.
Helios, yes.
Astra, I got this letter. I don't know where. It just kind of appeared, but I'd like for you to take a look at it
Oh, no.
as a fellow.
Do you? Yeah, sure. Let me take a look.
I just would like your, your academic thoughts and feelings on such things.
Astra will look over the
Damn, academics.
letter.
The letter. Yeah. It's same as how Helios saw it. It's written in what looks like liquid gold, like it's extremely bright ink. The letters are symbols you've never seen, but your brain automatically translated into your like native tongue. It seems to be an invitation to work together, and that if you don't want to, simply put the letter back in the bag and throw the bag somewhere, and they will come and get it.
Is
And you'll never
there
talk to them again.
any instruction on how to accept?
Seems to be just continue on your way or throw the bag away.
You'll find you. It's fine.
I'm inclined.
That's No, I mean, another artificer sounds great, especially if they know things that could be used in this area. I don't suppose it's as easy as I accept.
Holding the letter? Nothing seems to happen.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, well, I guess I should have figured that was not going to work. Here you go.
Okay. Well, I figured we could use the additional resources, I suppose.
Yeah, resources from another artificer. I mean, God, finding materials here is gonna be weird. I'm so used to having my workshop that just has everything that I need and my usual customers. But this is, yeah, just,
Not I.
yeah.
And I do apologize for being a bit selfish. But I'm going to be a little bit more selfish until I have enough materials to improve my.
What are you trying to make? What are you doing? Maybe
What?
I can help.
I don't think it is out of your scope. But however,
Oh.
Damn.
yes.
Deep
So
cuts.
I need to update. Obviously, my fire armament is a shamble. But
I mean, it works. I don't have a firearm. I've never particularly tried, but
this is very shabby work. I mean, I feel like a fledgling apprentice could make something like this. But anyways, I didn't have the right materials on hand, so I'm
Can
doing
I-
what I must.
Can I make like a some kind of check on this gun that she has
Yeah.
as like an artificer?
They
Yeah.
Maybe like a Tinker's Tools check to
that
see.
would be perfect, yeah.
All right. Now I can. The way this is set up for tools, what stat should I make this with? It's set up to
Intelligence, I
query. So, because correct me if I'm wrong, Megan, but tools depend on what you're doing for what.
I think
It's like a skill
different
check, isn't it?
stat. It's like a different skill stat depending on.
Yeah.
Yeah, on like
What
the
the DM sets it.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say intelligence in this case, since you're not actively working on the gun, you're like inspecting it and trying to like
Yeah.
infer
Like with thieves' tools.
12.
If you're trying to
Yeah,
Um,
you
trap
do like
things
dexterity.
dex.
Yeah.
You know what?
But you're gonna
10.
I'm thinking about it. So how does this work? It's an additional 1, so it would be 3.
believe so, yes.
With the feet, because it's 2. It's base 2 plus an additional 1 to do after, I believe, with the feet.
So Aura System 2.0.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that looks to be how it is.
Orange Aura. Yes, 1 additional decay on top of the original 2, I believe. For colored aura orange.
Yeah.
Yes. So 3.
Okay.
It'll be 3 to take 10 in this case.
Okay, so there's a small flare of aura, and that is instead 4 higher.
Okay, so it'll be a 16.
Yeah.
What I would say is, from what you can tell from the gun Helios has, this is made from scraps.
Okay.
This gun
Cobbled.
very much cobbled together, does not give you the impression of something made, especially considering Helios's comment before, this does not give you the mark of excellency that their words maybe give.
Yeah.
But it's functional. It is a functioning firearm. I'd say the most impressive part of it is you do think that they made it. You do think Helios put this together. This was not made in a factory.
Okay.
Come back.
Do I
Handmade.
think if we disassembled one of the flare guns, could we improve it?
You very much do think that the flare guns you were given would probably be very compatible with the handgun Helios has. If nothing else, just giving it like a proper framework.
What if we took one of, and she'll pull out, what if we took one of these and, scrapped it and put it into yours? That would make it, look like it's not about to fall apart.
Oh no, this is a very astute observation. No, I appreciate that that feedback. That you are quite right.
It's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
That's an
Would
excellent
you,
idea. I feel foolish for not
do you
thinking
wanna,
of it sooner.
I don't usually work with people. Do you want to work together on this?
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Buds!
Yes. Thank you.
Now? I'd like that
Yeah.
now.
We have time. I mean, I don't need to sleep. You don't need to sleep.
I mean,
They don't
wait,
sleep.
just for a short bit. Yeah, you're an astral elf too. That's, huh.
Speaking in celestial,
Mm.
do you speak this?
Hmm.
Do you understand? Please understand.
I'm sorry, I don't... What?
Still in celestial. Ah! Curses!
That translates pretty easily across any border, though.
Son of a bitch! Oh. Apologies for my outburst. It's fine.
I'm sorry, it's probably something I did.
No, it's not nothing. No, it's okay. It's not your fault. Okay. Anyways.
All right. So checks to try and improve gun.
Yeah, both of you
I'll-
can give me a Tinker's Tool check
I'll
if
use-
you'd like.
We'll use 2 flare guns, I guess.
Yeah, okay, even better. Two materials. Right?
Yeah, sure. I'll sacrifice mine for yours. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, well, you pulled one out, so
I know.
at the very least,
I'll
she
share
can
my
use
scrap
hers.
with you too.
Oh no, Astra's too. She's. If you were like, okay, let's do both, she'd just be like, right. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What we're doing now.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
I meant. All right. So Tinker's Tools.
In this case, I'll still say intelligence because it's still a matter
Okay.
of you guys inventing.
Is guidance allowed?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll guide myself.
I don't know. I've never done this. Will it work? Will it work? Okay.
Hey.
Damn.
Hey.
Damn.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, hold a moment as I'm checking something.
Here's some water.
I need to add a section.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to find, do we have your,
I just kind of wrote the flare gun down in like
no,
a
not
note.
that. I'm looking for, Megan.
Yes.
I don't remember
you-
where we put
it's in-
your...
Helios details. And
Got
then
it,
it's
got
in,
it. That would make sense.
Just above spell descriptions, there's a crafting details.
Okay, gotcha.
And I had to look up
Yes,
to
yes,
find
yes,
it too.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah, I
where
was
is
like,
it?
hang on a second. I'd say especially with that 23, that's really good. Man, it's... You use both flare guns?
Plus the scrap.
Plus whatever scrap we need.
100 gold worth of scrap.
That's really fast. Session 2 was a lot faster than I was
Yeah.
expecting to hit this. You can upgrade your hand cannon to a pistol.
Woohoo!
I think one of your hand cannons. If you have
I
more
only
than
have
one.
one.
You only have one? Okay.
Yeah.
You have a pistol now. You have
And,
the next
um,
category.
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Because we used the flare gun materials, can we make it compatible with the flare gun ammo?
With flares, that tracks. So I'm gonna say you've crafted a flare pistol. It can work as a normal pistol, but it also can load flare rounds.
Yeah.
Which
I'll
have
add it.
to. Yeah, we'll have to add. So the pistol on its own does a D8, but we can modify a flare pistol. You can use a flare round to deal an additional 1d4 fire damage.
Ooh, okay. And
You should
I will.
I think I gave you the set amount of flare.
Yeah, we each
Yeah, it
got
was
3. I'm gonna give you my 3 ammo since I can't use it anymore.
Thanks.
So
1d what is
1d4 fire
1d4
on top
fire.
of the d8 base
Okay.
damage. So.
I will
Thank you.
delete my ammo. So add that to yours sheet.
Wow, look at that.
Way over. Okay. Now, the very next thing I'm sharing.
Artificers be artificing.
Yep. It's just a joy of creation.
The joy of creation. Yeah, that's awesome. That really early on for this. So for reference, Megan's character class does have a custom table for her firearms that they can be upgraded, and we've been working on it. And I wasn't expecting you in one session to jump to the next tier already, so that's clever. But using the pre-made flare guns, I can't say that those aren't high quality materials. They were given to you by the Seekers. You have destroyed 2 emergency pieces of equipment they gave you immediately.
Yeah.
Look, it's an emergency. We used them.
You're using it. Yeah, it's true.
Well, and you can still use it as
a flare gun.
Yeah.
You can. Yes, you can.
Plus, we still have 2 people with them.
You do. You probably won't get in trouble for it, but it's just a funny, like, wow.
No one's gonna know.
True.
Yeah.
That is good.
Love it.
Love that.
As we were settling down. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was just saying thank you. That's it. You go ahead.
As we were settling down for the night and everything.
Yeah.
What did we have for a drink?
Grayson has
I'm gonna
a delicious
battery 80%.
sparkling normal still water.
Okay.
Spellegrano. I don't know what they're called.
If anyone else had anything else they'd like to add, but no, Grayson would just
No.
have like a water skin.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I was just curious if Maya like whipped up anything in that.
No,
regard.
she didn't bring anything to make juices or anything. It's just
Okay.
food. Not...
Okay. You would see Cecilius take out a little tea set and like I guess pour his water into that because he doesn't like drinking from a water skin. It has a weird aftertaste to him. And
Sure.
he sips on his tea with his little tea set he has.
Okay.
So much better.
Very dignified.
Yes, it's my favorite set.
Oh, if there's nothing else, I think we should all turn in.
Right.
Once
Yes.
the shine begins, we will head out. Right. And I think this is a very good natural spot to take a break. Do we want to do like a break for food to 7, or do we need less?
I think 7's fine.
7? Okay.
Fine.
Then we will take a break for food and just general bio, and we will reconvene around 7,
Right.
and
All
we shall
right.
continue. I'm not upset, but I wasn't expecting this map to last 2.5 hours. But hey, I love all the.
Look,
not upset.
we blew through. Yeah. We sped through the session 1, and now we just slowed down the second we stepped into Feywild.
Once you hit the Fey, that's actually what I wanted. Is once we hit the Feywild, now comes the lore.
Yeah.
Like, where are we? What
where
we
are
do?
we? Who are this? What is any of it? Who? Yeah. So many questions.
To the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Alrighty.
goes?
I'll see you guys in 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. We return from our food break.
All right. As we come back, the party has decided to settle down here in the Umber Wetlands for the shade, which seems to be whatever the Feywild refer to as nighttime. Uh, as you guys have settled this camp up, there is no fire. The only light here is from Maya, if she keeps it up, or the ambient light of the nearby flora. You would note that the sky is held in what seems like an ever-present dusk, and as Grayson indicates that it is moving from what's called shine to shade, the light that seems to be coming northward, which, by the way, the light is originating northward, not eastward or westward. It does seem to be from a northern direction. In whatever, well, Helios knows the directions because of keen mind, but you would note that as it goes from what's called shine to shade, it doesn't turn to night, it just gets dimmer, a little bit darker, almost like a cloud passing in front of the sun. And this seems to linger for about 12 hours, a nighttime. Yeah. And as you guys take your rest during this period, it never reaches pitch dark. Maya and Brel, I suppose, as the two are on perpetual watch duty since they don't sleep. Unfortunately, not much conversation can be had, as Brel can understand Maya, but Maya can't understand Brel.
She might like write down some yes or no questions, show him, and like just have
Sure,
nod
that
or
works.
shake.
Yeah. As you sit and keep watch throughout the night and the alarm spell is up, you do begin to see what looks like lights in the distance of the swamp. They look like little lantern lights that bob and move and like seem to move along as if someone's walking holding a lantern in the distance.
I guess Maya would write to Brow. Lights in distance safe, yes or no?
He would point to no.
Okay.
If Maya is good with doing nothing for the entire night, nothing seems to happen as you sit in this huddled area with all your companions. The lights don't seem to come close. They always seem away.
Yeah, I imagine Maya is probably used to sometimes just sitting and doing nothing. Like, unfortunately, you're not always gonna have something to write about or something to read, you know. Especially with how much time she has.
Yeah.
Probably would like spend some of the time browsing the new books she got, but obviously she's also trying to keep watch.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, as the night passes from shade, eventually you find the sky begins to slightly glow a bit brighter. It's a little disorienting not seeing a sunrise or a sunset fully, but you can tell when things start to brighten and the lights in the distance begin to fade, and you know that you've probably endured the night, or whatever it's called here. So
Once it's like, you know, yeah, once Maya's aware that it's, you know, turning to morning, she'll start prepping a meal for everybody.
I would say then that everyone would awaken to the smell of food being prepared.
I like food.
Yeah. Fair.
I would also say Helios and Astra probably joined Maya for a majority of that watch, as you two probably only needed to trance, wouldn't you?
Yep,
Yeah.
4 hours.
Hmm.
4
I
Oh,
hours.
they
imagine-
also have trance. Okay.
No, I mean they actually, yeah, like you have trance, they have trance. They're elves.
The real
no, I
one.
mean,
Yeah.
they also, as in, like, because I know not all elf races have trance. Like, I don't
No,
have.
they do.
They all
Oh.
do. I think it's just half elf doesn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe.
But
They need
all-
8 hours of sleep.
Yeah. All
Well, you'll
full.
find that Cecilius needs 8 hours of sleep.
Cecilius is a person. He's a full, yeah.
He's Mr. Gets
Non-elf.
bedhead fucking what?
All right, we good to hit that long rest button then,
Yes, everyone can take a long rest.
and then I believe we heal some amount of decay.
Yes. I am doing that with this new system. Let me just double check.
I don't remember how much
How
it
much?
is offhand.
There's some new stuff. It's learning for me as well because I've updated the aura system.
And
Purification. Rest. 5 decay.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Because I had used.
and that's in
3
Aura
last
System
night.
2.0, right? Yeah.
Yes, aura system 2.0. I have to update this to make it easier to peruse.
Okay.
But yes, it's under purification.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways. Yes.
Ah, yes.
I'd say your alarm probably by the time morning comes around would be done, or how long does alarm last?
8 hours. So yeah, by the
Yes,
time.
absolutely. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even take my blue resonance. Oh, that's a aura feat. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's never mind.
Specific feat.
I didn't do that yet. I didn't do that. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys all,
mhm.
yeah.
Nope.
Same.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good. I wake up
Okay.
to the smell of foods. Delicious foods. What you preparing?
Maya is making some pancakes
Pancakes. Yeah, pancakes.
to the
We
side
always
of
seem to
eggs.
default to pancakes. I don't know why.
Delicious.
They are good.
Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. Bacon
Pancakes.
pancakes.
Bacon pancakes. I've been watching a lot of bird videos lately.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh,
My bird's
okay.
just like, what? Eggs, huh?
Yes. Grayson would greet you all in the morning or in the shine. Oh, this is very kind of you to cook twice for me. I feel I am indebted to you in a way.
No, we're traveling companions. Yeah, that's the least I can do. Plus, you're gonna be showing us around, and you watched over us while we were unconscious.
Oh,
Wait, right.
yes, that's a way to put it, I suppose. Definitely wasn't considering robbing you of everything you had before you woke up.
Mm.
It's not. Who would think of like that? Right over Maya's head.
You are a very good person. That's
Oh,
going to be
thank you,
very
dear.
dangerous in this realm.
Keep that in mind.
Right,
Very
well,
altruistic.
once you've all had your fill and prepared yourself for the day, we should head out while we are in perfect shine. Then I think by the end of this day, we should be able to reach at least Winter's Kiss, if not further.
No.
Right.
Does
Grayson
Rob
would-
take a couple pancakes? I don't know if he would.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't think a bunny can't eat a pancake.
Yeah, no.
He's gonna hop on the cart.
Be somewhere near the front-ish.
Okay.
Your food is quite good.
Thank you. I actually adapted a lot of recipes so that way I had variety for my parents.
Hmm.
It's
So,
hard to make
how
new.
can you tell your food is good if you can't taste?
Actually, I was about to
That's
mention
yeah,
that.
it's quite remarkable.
So obviously I
Honor.
really can't make anything that's my own.
Mm.
I just follow recipes that I know are good. Like, people
Oh.
have told me, hey, I enjoy this, so I just follow recipes.
Huh.
Quite practical way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly
That's
the
a
only way I can do it, unfortunately.
that's a shame. You cook all this food, but you can't eat it.
Yeah, well,
That sounds awful.
I would agree, except, I don't have a concept of what taste is or wanting to eat or smell, so I really can't say.
Hmm.
Uh,
I understand
almost
that in a way.
forgot it.
Lacking a sense.
Helios, when you woke up at the beginning of Shine,
Yeah.
there's another letter sticking out of your bag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Letters!
Uh,
Another letter.
Greetings and salutations once again, dearest reader. Since you seem to still be in possession of my bag, I am taking this as a sign of your acquiescence of my arrangement. As such, I have your first delivery. Based on the abilities and persons of interest in your group, I believe this one will be most feasible as a first mission. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words so much.
Dot,
As a
dot,
first
dot.
delivery mission. Yes.
Yeah. He's like,
It's being written in the moment. No. Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
I have one delivery of an argent needle to be delivered to Silusius.
Argent needle to. I need a.
There's a lot of spelling today.
Fantasy names.
Fantasy names.
General.
Silas. Nope.
Silusilas.
Silus.
Oh,
Sius.
Sias.
Silusius.
Silu. It's Silu.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Silas. Could I
There is
say
no-
that out loud and get a? Is it Cecilius? Sorry, gonna continue the letter reading.
Wait, what? What do you
One
need?
argent needle to be delivered to Silusius. Payment in the form of it specifies, it doesn't have a specific number, but it says payment in the form of latest creation. There's a date and time section, but it is null, as in no specific date or time required for delivery.
Okay.
Stylus.
Silas. Okay, maybe I'll remember how to pronounce that next time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Grayson, do you know a Silus?
What? Sorry.
Do you know of a person named Silus?
I don't know anyone named Silusius, but that sounds like
There's no L.
It sounds like you might be talking about, it's not really a place we're supposed to go. There's a tower in, sorry. You're bringing up a lot of difficult conversation topics.
I'm picking up on this topic.
We'll be passing by the area if it's of importance to you. Hopefully this doesn't get me in more trouble with the Green Knight. But, Silusius is a part of, Bayan Ayator. Yep.
Can you say
you
that
know.
one more time? What?
Oh, his names! There we go. There's the
Listen,
spelling.
these are real normal things for us. You're the weird ones.
Yeah, no.
What is
Oh,
it?
jeez.
Bayan
What
Ayator is a forest. It's near Equinoctus. It's along the Amber Walk. We'll be passing it on the way there. And within that forest, there is a tower of silver. We're not supposed to go there.
But why?
You're very questioning today.
I'm curious.
Why do you even know these names?
I got the letter.
Letter from who?
Greer.
Greer. Does this name ring a bell at all?
No, you never heard the name Greer before.
It's apparently an associate this time.
Close personal friend
Sounds
Greer.
concerning. Yeah. There we go.
That's real quick.
Yep.
Oh no.
It would also note no reward was listed for this delivery. Simply the item to be delivered, the payment required, no date and time.
Okay. Well, moving on.
Okay, well, if there's no more uncomfortable questions that make me question my own well-being,
Boy.
Maya, if you could please move out of Brell's way.
Oh, sorry.
You see Brell steps up, and like each of like the large paws goes under one of like the wooden supports at the front and just hefts it up, and just begins to walk forward with the cart.
I guess I'll walk
It
beside you.
moves.
It
moves! Yeah.
And
Did you read that in the book? I know
No.
you were buying books earlier.
Here you go. Here are the 2 scrolls.
Can I see these
That's
scrolls?
easier.
These aren't like invisible to me. or
If you look at
anything,
the
or
letters,
visible to people.
they exist, yeah. And once again,
Okay.
it's written in liquid gold, and it's a language you do not recognize, but can read somehow.
Payment required, huh?
Latest creation, the payment.
And the needle's like in the bag, right? Or is the bag empty? It's just the scroll.
You don't know?
I can't look and open it. Open the bag.
You open the bag,
Open the
it's
bag.
empty.
Okay.
The bag is empty.
Cool.
So this letter, you just happened upon it.
I don't know, Cecilia's. It is like
It's very fey, tricksy.
I don't know. When we woke up in this pool of water. It was apparently on my person with this first one. Go to sleep, and then next one. Look, you know as
Seems
much
like
as I do.
Seems like you're a messenger for someone.
Apparently so.
A messenger bag to go with it.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Hmm.
You guys begin to head out, leaving from this temporary campground and begin heading in a northward direction. And we'll shift the music over. As you guys begin to traverse through the peat and sod of this marsh, there's a lot of ground that is soft to a point you think it's going to sink in, and it looks like Brel specifically avoids those parts and like tries to maneuver around the deeper and softer parts of the swamp. You feel like they've done this before, and as you follow their tracks, you do feel like if you guys had just kind of wandered off on your own, it would have probably been a bad idea.
Yeah.
As you guys follow along with the cart, can I get a round of survival checks?
So goody.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, no
Points.
guidance, but yes.
Checking out for today.
Apparently.
Haley's just like, man,
Well,
I'm confused about all these messages and
That's
shit.
actually good for Maya.
Oh man.
That's actually not bad overall, except for Helios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of like pull him to the side when he's
Yeah,
gonna like go into
yeah.
some quicksand or something.
I'm busy making a map. I'm not paying attention where I'm walking.
The blind leading the blind.
The blind leading the scene.
I would
The
say,
scene. Yeah.
with the group's checks as a whole, you managed to not slow down the travel at all.
It's
You
good.
managed to keep pace pretty well. There's a couple times where you do have to keep Helios from like just like drawing and writing and like walking straight into
Walking
water
in just-
almost.
Yeah.
Maya would ask Celius if his familiar might, fly a little above us, just to try to keep out an eye for, our missing companion, Sophie.
Right.
Fiat. She's lost
Yeah.
forever. She's probably dead.
Oh yeah. She's probably. Yeah. Absolutely.
She's
absolutely.
fine.
She's fine.
She's fine. Rhea, if you would. please.
Of course. And Rhea will fly up. And you looking through Rhea's eyes as you travel. It's a little disconcerting. Having Rhea fly up,
I'm probably gonna be holding on to the cart.
would you be if you either riding the cart or holding on, because you go blind, like full
Yes.
because you can't even see yourself right now because
No.
Rhea is your eyes. So
Yes.
Rhea going flying up above, up into the air, it becomes
Let's just hop into
very
the cart for a little
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'd allow you to just hop onto the
bit.
cart.
Please. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And as you survey out, there's a few things Rhea sees as you perceive the surrounding area. One is an area to the east of you in the wetlands in the swamp. There are what appear to be like canopies of trees that extend above the others that are covered in this thick, dark violet to almost black membrane of some sort. And it's leading to like what looks like a dome to the east that is completely shadowed, like completely darkened. You would also note, heading northward from where you are now, like in the direction you're going, you see a bright, brilliant light on the horizon past some mountains to the north. And it seems to be the source of the daylight that you have here. Despite it being almost like a perpetual dusk, it's like you think it's perpetual dusk because this light is blocked by the mountain range, keeping it so it looks like the sun is setting essentially wherever it's coming from. And looking to the south, the edges of the sky to the south are like nighttime dark. Looking around the wetlands surrounding you, it's hard to make out any particular detail that could be Sophiette, but give me I'll call this perception rather than investigation.
Okay. Do I have advantage on this because of Rhea?
Yeah, she has advantage. 17. You do see glimpses of something moving through the trees, not terribly far from where you guys are. It looks small enough to be like a person. It's a little bit eastward of you, between where you are and that shadowy canopy.
Okay. I'll relay that to the party. I'll be like, eastward of us, seems to be movement. Looks like a person, but I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it's something.
Maybe. Is that quite a detour for us?
Not terribly if we want to check, but just be careful. I don't know what it could be necessarily. We can take a look if you'd like.
It doesn't hurt.
Until it does.
Until it does. Until it does.
As
Rhea would have went, and she would have probably come back when she saw
returned.
that.
Yeah.
Vision restored around my general vicinity. Yay! Great. To the north of us, past the mountains. Is that the place we're not allowed to go?
Oh no, that's the Sealy Court,
Ah,
home of
yes,
Queen
very
Larissa
bright.
Day. Yes.
Very bright.
She is the one who gives us light.
Hmm.
We are all very thankful for it.
Great. Well, I guess let's go investigate that
Okay.
potential Sophiette. Hopefully.
She
Party.
gave her name immediately.
What?
She definitely gave her name immediately. She owes some face, some stuff.
Oh,
She's
probably.
She's doomed. She's like, hey, what's up?
Sweet summer child.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
As you guys maneuver the cart around some of the larger bodies of water and try to move a bit more eastward, following Arianel's directions, you eventually come across a slightly cleared area where you do see a solitary figure seems to be walking along through the brush of the marsh. Sec.
She was changed into a plant beast or something.
Violet fungus.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. New map. Blah.
As you do see up ahead a cloaked figure.
It's not Sophia.
Nope.
No,
Nope,
ain't
that is
Sophia.
definitely not.
That is not a Sophia.
And you see Brell kind of slows carrying the cart as you approach
Well.
this part. Is that your friend?
Don't believe so.
Yeah, that's not her.
Okay,
Where?
well,
Turn this puppy around.
Where are they on the map? I am. Oh, right there. I see.
We're at the bottom.
middle.
No, I was looking for the figure and where they were.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I make a check to determine what race they look like.
It's really far away.
You can give me a. I'll say no, honestly. But
Okay,
the fact that they're wearing like a heavy cloak, and
that's fair.
they're far away. If you wanted to get closer, you could possibly tell. They do seem to be walking with purpose in a certain direction. They're not just like wandering around. Kind of continue to walk.
Okay, he just crosses the weird membrane without issue.
You do see that it seems to walk on it as if there's nothing there, no problem whatsoever.
No problem.
I'm guessing you don't know who that is, Grayson.
no, I'm afraid I don't.
Oh.
Do we
No
want to turn
sense.
around, or?
No sense following someone we don't know.
Yeah.
But what if there's like a chance that person saw Sophie? Although I don't know if he'd be willing to tell us.
Or
even if
maybe
he
took
did.
her. Probably. Potentially.
Oh, I didn't even consider that. Oh no.
Why would you say such a thing, Cecilia?
You sweet summer child.
I'm just giving options of what might have occurred.
Susie will look to the rest of you like, what do we do?
I don't
I would.
think it's really any of our business what they're doing here. And we kind of have a goal. We didn't see her. I think we should just go.
I agree. It wasn't Sophia.
Okay.
We don't need to meet new people. We have us. We're fine. We can just move on.
In that case, I agree with you.
She's so dead.
I don't
Cut to Sophia somewhere. It's okay. My friends will save me.
They'll find me because they're
They'll
gonna meet all the
find
new people that
All
they
the new
encounter
people.
until they do.
Yep.
Especially Maya. She's gonna try to be your friend.
That's funny.
Maya's gonna just try to hug every single person we meet.
Yep. For Cecilius, he's thinking, I read a lot about the Feywilds. You don't just go following people around. That leads to trouble.
Okay.
So,
I mean, look what happened with the Green Knight. You followed him, and yeah, that led to trouble.
yeah, kind of tracks.
I'll take your guys' word on it, I guess.
Okay. All right, you guys turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the figure does kind of wander off, doing their own business. As you guys turn about and return to your original route, you guys
Shoot him with a flare gun. No.
Jesus.
No. Sorry. Funny.
Right.
If they're under a boon of protection and we go and start a fight, what happens with that? Do we get a boon of badness? That's not a word, but some boon of malice.
Who knows?
I don't know how this works.
You guys
Nope.
spend a fair portion of this next day traveling through the Umber Wetlands. Since you've opted to go along with Grayson, you avoid anything that would be typically dangerous. You imagine he doesn't have armed guards with him. He specifically tries to avoid the dangerous parts and goes like the low, slow route. You manage to get through the Umber Wetlands without issue. And eventually, after the end of this second day, you find yourselves on the edge of what looks like it goes from marsh to plains, and then there's a little bit of snow. And it's sudden and jarring to suddenly see snow, and you see a large, ornate building that has a sign written in Sylvan in an arch that says "The Kiss of Winter." And see Grayson says, "Well, this is where we'll be resting for the evening, for the shade tonight. If we continue, we should probably make it to Equinoctis in about 2 days, along the Amber Walk. This has been going rather well, I must say. I was worried the Green Knight would show up by now."
Well, we appreciate your guidance. We'd be lost without you.
Oh, you're very
Quite
kind.
literally.
Um, she looks at the party. Do you think we could contact Sophie through the sending?
I mean,
I was thinking of something similar, but I guess, well, here, we're on opposite sides of the cards.
Are there any relay stations around here?
Well,
No.
we would have
Elias
to
will try to activate
tamper
the
with
sending
it.
thing.
The sender. Yeah.
Sender, and whispered to Maya, "Can you hear me? Hello?"
Nothing.
Mm.
You guys have a secret issued map that shows you the colored radius of the only known sender relay. Basically, if you can get within even a centimeter of that blue circle on the map, you can use your sender to contact the Seeker's outpost and anyone else who happens to be within that radius.
Yeah. Okay.
Out here, it's a brick.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's extremely useful in like infinite communication in places where you can use it. In Elcast, sender relays are much more common and they can be used across the world.
Mhm.
This world only has one relay so far.
Yep.
And you know that one of the early missions of the Seekers is to find a suitable location for another relay.
yeah.
There's no like panic
one
button
too.
on there or like a "I lost me" button, so
You have a
press
flare
it.
gun.
Hmm.
That's about it.
And we never saw one shot up anywhere, so
Nope. And Maya was awake all night, so if it happened
Yeah.
to happen while you guys were
Yeah.
sleeping, she would have seen it.
yeah. That's true.
That's very true.
Yeah, she's
As you guys
Yeah.
as you guys arrive at this building, the cart moves up to here, where Grayson gets out and opens the very large door at the front. I'm going to go and get us some accommodations. If anyone would like to come with, that's fine. If not, you can wait out here.
I'd prefer to stay out
Yes?
here.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny that I'm not curious if I can join you.
Of course. Just, again, be mindful.
Good luck. Don't hug people.
I want to watch.
Right, I'll
Okay.
let you do the
I'll stand
Jason.
by the door, but I'm not going in.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
inside of this
see.
place,
Yeah.
everything is covered in a thin layer of ice, and there is what looks to be a beautiful fountain that is not currently working, as it is covered in chunks of ice. Like the water, like
So cold
flowed
in
at
there.
one point and then froze midair.
Interesting.
This is
Freaking Elsa up in here.
what you might
Mhm.
call a sort of embassy for the Winter Court.
Oh, okay.
Hello there. See the figure on the other side. An elven-looking figure with very blue features and very long pointed ears. Greetings. Welcome to the Kiss of Winter. How many will you be checking in this evening? Well, that's a good question. I don't know how many you can accommodate. I have a cart with a mushroom and 4 travelers. Do you have enough for that? We usually only accommodate 2 to 3 at a time. Are you planning on making a pilgrimage to the Winter Courts, or is this just for the night? Oh no, they're not settling down for a long rest. Just for the evening. I see. I suppose we could lend out both of the rooms for the evening, but if anyone else comes by, I will have to give them precedent if they wish to go to the court. Of course. Would the usual payment work? Yes, if you could please. You see, reaches across and like strokes Grayson's face for a moment, and you see Grayson, his fur pales a bit. Okay. We should be good for the night.
I don't like that. I
Okay.
don't like that. I'm glad I don't see it, because I don't like that.
Ugh.
Ew. No touchies.
If you don't mind my asking, Grace.
Nope, not for now. Wait till we're outside, Maya.
Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Okay. You can help yourself to a room. Oh, I guess this doesn't mind. Maya won't care about this, but Helios, just don't sleep too long in one of these beds. Only just enough to get a good night's rest.
I don't trust nothing here.
You freeze!
Yep. That's why I'm like, I'm just gonna stay out here.
Straight from the direct, you see, Brel begins to actually bring the cart in to the building.
Did you get accommodations?
Yes, we should be good for the evening. Just again, everyone, if you use the beds, just don't oversleep, don't roll over, don't get more than you need. If you sleep too long here, you'll end up in the Winter Court, and that will be much more complicated.
Oh, interesting.
Now, Maya, now you ask the question that. Oh, no, wait, Grayson walked too fast.
Join. Grayson will go to the room.
Alright, I'll go to the other
Will you
room.
be staying in the cart, Rob?
Yeah, I think Romp's like, yeah, I think I'll just stay in the cart.
Staying.
Alright. I'll bring you some food later once I start making it.
I'll do the
I know.
same. I don't like cold beds. I'd rather have a cart.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grayson, do you mind if I share a room with you two?
We have plenty of room in both.
Nope, Maya goes over there. Astra goes to the other room.
Oh no! Don't bully our chef.
Look, I'm sorry, you have the extremely extroverted person.
Yeah,
Astra's
no,
not getting her ear talked off if she can
No.
help it.
it's fine. Maya understands. Her best friend is actually very much like you.
No.
Yeah, Cecilius does not trust a cold ass bed when they warned her. They were like, he was
Sure.
like, absolutely not. So him and Rhea are just gonna stay here in the cart.
Okay.
So, if that's the case, if Maya's the only one in this room, she doesn't need it.
Yeah, she
Doesn't
doesn't
need
sleep.
So let's jump to the person. It looks like my friends all decided to use the same room, and I don't actually need one, so,
Oh.
if someone needs that room, they can have it.
Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I will be
Of
sure
course.
to keep that in mind. Might I say, you are very curious sort. What manner of fae are you?
I mean, I do an insight, or I guess a wisdom as Maya.
Sure.
Yeah.
You asked her, you left her by herself.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
see, this is why I stay in the cart.
Hey, good job.
18.
Yeah,
That's a
good
natural
job.
19.
All right.
Wow!
Wow.
I'm from, further away, really far away.
So, Spring Court?
Yeah.
Sure.
I see. Oh. Perhaps I'll have to ask you to treat me to one of your region's songs later. It's been some time since I heard anything from the Singing Lakes.
Well, actually, I travel mostly, so, I'm more of a chef than a singer.
Oh, interesting. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Since you're a traveler, though, perhaps you'd like to travel to the Winter Court.
I'm not talking to nobody.
I mean, right now I have things to do, but I probably will eventually, because, oh my gosh, I want to see everything.
I see. Well, there's no time like the present. If you'd like, just simply lay in one of the beds and wait.
Sure, I'll consider it. Oh, by the way, are you hungry? Because I'm gonna make food for everyone, and I don't want to leave you out if you're hungry.
Oh, I haven't felt hunger in 493 years.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's very kind of you.
Of course.
That's hilarious.
Well,
That's how old I am.
nice talking to you.
Likewise.
Mm.
Spring Court gets weirder every year.
Have a good chat with Ice
Oh.
Lady.
Yeah, no, I was just letting her know because everyone else decided to go to that other room, so and I didn't really need a room, so that room is open.
Yeah, I don't really trust this whole situation, so I'm just gonna stay in the cart.
In the room, Grayson would tell Brel to make sure they're all awake before the ice begins to settle. Brel nods.
Well, luckily the two elves, don't need a full-on rest.
Yeah. Ugh.
So?
Traveling is a lot more weary than I expected. I need to boost my stamina.
Guess I'll close the door.
I mean, I don't want to assume anything, but you look like part of a caster, so it makes sense that you're not as physically active.
No, I have my bouts of training. But only with a dagger. Yeah, you're kind of right on that.
It's fine. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses.
Very true.
Alright, Maya will whip up some food for everybody before, they all go to sleep.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you settle down in the protection of Winter's Kiss?
Just gonna I'm gonna look around with Rhea and pretty much survey, make sure there's no like special hidden runes around with the ice. Rhea's just gonna be like waddling around kind of.
Sure.
Like just inspecting the grounds, inspecting the area, making sure there's no it's gonna be under the guise of she's looking for like rats or some shit.
Sure.
But in reality,
Sure.
she's like, looking around for fucking slave runes or some shit. I don't know.
Sure.
Oh
Trust
my
the
gosh.
Give me
That's
an
a jump.
investigation check. Give me an investigation check.
You don't trust this shit. Alright, investigation.
Elevated, escalated quickly.
Right.
I don't know, man.
15?
Yeah.
The only thing you find that's unusual is the ice never melts. It seems
Yeah.
to be perpetual.
Okay.
Arianel can also tell you a little bit about the area. She knows. As familiars are typically fey creatures that are summoned, and Arianel would tell you that this is a sort of crossing point for people from the Autumn Court to get to the Winter Court. The Winter Court is one of the hardest seasonal courts to get to, as it is across one of the few seas in the Feywild. And the only way to get there by land is through the Unseelie Court, or by dreaming into the realm. The Winter Court is known as the Slumbering Wilds.
Slumbering Wilds. Interesting. Okay.
If there's nothing else, you
Working on that
guys
map.
work on the map.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just want to note, I don't know if you let Mike know, but Helios used the enhanced defense on my shield.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to carry around the 50 pounds of scrap metal anymore.
Right. Nice. as the night, the shade settles in,
Daytime.
you guys all have a nice rest. The two elves in the room with Grayson, after you guys have finished your trance, you do note that there is like a slight, not full ice, but like frost on grass in the morning, like when you wake up on like a winter morning. Slight sheen of frost on you two, Grayson and Brell. Brell's not sleeping; he's just kind of sitting there, and as you wake up, he just gives a wave.
Jump off that bed real quick.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're part of the winter court now.
Brush ourselves off a bit.
You hear
Yeah.
hear Brell's voice come over and say, "It will be fine as long as you don't freeze. I'll wake Grayson up before that happens. We've been here a few times. One time though, he did sleep too long and it got very complicated."
This whole place seems
They'll have
be
to
very...
make sure that doesn't happen.
Yes,
Yes.
very complicated.
I like my rickety cart. So comfortable. I got a bedroll.
It might be
I got a
warmer.
bedroll.
It's better. Yeah.
Probably is warmer.
Yeah.
We also got Lilithil to keep you company.
Yes.
Let me out!
Honestly,
That's
Lilithil
madman.
at one point, middle of the
You
night,
son of a bitch.
99 bottles of potion on the wall, 99 bottles of potion. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of potion on the wall, 98 bottles. And just Lilithil going and like trying to keep you awake at one point.
What a jerk.
I think at some point, Maya actually starts singing into her breath along. Not intentionally, just.
Oh, this is a
At
catch
one
up.
point, Romp definitely kicks the bottle in his sleep. He goes, yeah. The bottle goes swinging.
I'll do my Fey presence again.
Okay, fine.
I will command you to be silent.
you see Cecilius he just goes like this, like with his blindfold, and he just fucking stares at her all scary, like better fucking
Just
stop.
threatened to shake the bottle.
Oh my gosh.
There we go, she's knocked out. Now I can get some sleep. No.
Oh boy.
He'll learn to sleep through it. Yeah.
As the shade fades and shine returns, new daylight, Brell does alert Grayson before he freezes over, and he does wake up and shake off the frost. Thank you, Brell. Did you two manage to get good sleep?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
hope the others
all ready
slept
for the
well.
day.
Great. No time like the present. Step out.
Everybody's dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Night eyes.
Ooh, you didn't use the room.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't sleep. I didn't need the room.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
It's okay. I let her know that the room was open.
That's kind. They don't get as many travelers here these days, so winter favor's pretty far out. So
Yeah. Oh. So what the Helios? Can I ask now?
I said yes. Yeah, of course.
Okay. What was that payment thing you did with Shakshikatsu and your fur got?
I just
Nothing?
traded a few of my dreams.
Oh.
It's
That's
pretty
a-
common currency in the winter court.
Oh. Which means I'm broke in that sense.
Oh, that's very sad. Well, I'm sure you'll figure something out if you ever go there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
mean, literal dreams, like aspiration.
Really think
We
about it
don't
too
know.
hard.
Huh.
Which favor did Grayson say that he was trying to get back to before
Before summer favor started.
before summer favor? Before summer favor.
Which Romp did tell you a favor is a period of
90
90 days.
90 days, yeah.
3 months.
90 days.
So, is it spring favor?
Correct. Yes, and it's almost done. We're almost entering summer favor.
Okay.
Less than 7 or 8 shines before that starts up. I already feel it.
Does the environment change when the favor changes?
A little bit. The people too. Right, you're new. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Periods of favor shift from one port to the next. Spring to summer, summer to autumn, and autumn to winter. The period of favor is when, I believe it's supposed to be when Marisa Day looks in our direction more than the others. But I think that's just a fancy way of, explaining it. It's when our court is strongest. I'm from the summer court, so summer favor is when I get affected the most. And I like to be home for summer favor, so I try to do my traveling during the other 3 favors as much as possible. It's difficult traveling during summer favor. So,
Are you
Goes into hibernation.
Are you an important person back home?
Depends. I don't know if I'm really anyone of significance, but there are people who count on me in the Waking Wood. 16 insight? He doesn't seem to consider himself super important.
Oh, okay. All right.
Brel did say earlier that Grayson is important.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was trying to pick up on if he doesn't believe himself to be of importance. So that's
He doesn't seem to believe it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm glad this has been a pretty easy trip so far. As I said, within the next 2 to 3 shines, we should arrive in Equinoctus, and then we can part ways there.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Next up,
Well, let's
the
head
Ember
out.
Walk. Yep, and as you guys head out, I'm just gonna back the card up pretty much. Beep, beep.
Beep. Beep.
Brel, in your minds, you hear beep, beep.
Backing up, backing up, backing up.
You're good.
As you guys head out from Winter's Kiss, you begin to move westward. The northern light of the sun now on your right side as you cross over a bridge over a river, and then you reach what looks like a not paved but beaten underfoot road, like an actual well-trod path. It goes from being like wild wetlands to pretty solid ground, which Grayson would inform you this is the Amber Walk, which is the longest road in the Autumn Court, and it stretches all the way along Bayan Ayator, which is the forest that he mentioned before.
Where'd that silver tower at?
Yeah. You have your quest.
Yeah.
We have a quest.
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 Mm-hmm.
And as you guys begin to walk along this path, you feel the road warms underfoot in a way that you weren't expecting. And Grayson would explain that this is a possible sign of oncoming summer's favor, where the realm becomes a little bit warmer in general. He would also explain that he wants to get home before summer favor starts, as it heats the blood of the people and can cause people to be a little more rowdy.
Oh,
I like rowdy.
but
I like rowdy.
angry.
Yeah.
Makes it hard to travel.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna, I guess, talk to Helios. So, are we doing your quest now?
I feel like getting additional resources in a place that we have little to none seems the most advantageous for us.
Right. So we're going to that silver tower.
So the Silu
Or
Sias.
Stylosiris. Yes, that.
I don't know if there's an L. There's no L in this.
Do you have the thing you're supposed to deliver?
But I'm looking in the bag.
Check the bag. The bag is still empty. Give me,
Natty.
at this point, an intelligence check.
Sure, come on, don't be poop today. Alright. Intelligence, where are you? There you are. Yay! Not poop.
22. Helios, what is Helios's current infusions?
Not a bag of holding. It is repeating shot and enhanced defense.
But you do have the bag of holding infusion.
Correct. And I also have, as an option, the homunculus servant.
You look in the empty bag, and it does strike you as similar, though a little different, to a bag of holding.
I'm going to reach into the bag and think, urgent needle.
Nothing.
Dang it!
However, as you reach into the bag, your arm goes much deeper than you expect. This bag does seem to be at least enchanted similarly to a bag of holding.
I think what I'm sensing, what I'm thinking is that upon payment, the needle will appear in the bag. That is my guess. So no, I don't have it yet. So.
I mean,
I hope
he was
you're right,
able to
'cause,
send the letters to you through it. Surely other things can pass through.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Just
sense.
randomly appeared. Kind of odd.
It's like a bag of holding, but if it was connected really distant.
I would say that it does seem similar, but there's some difference you're not aware of.
It's like a
So
bag
it's
of-
also kind of like a bag of sending too.
Kind
more
of.
of like an exchange sort of thing.
May I
Put
feel
something
around?
in, close it, open it, something. Yeah, sure.
Maybe the person
Yeah.
that it was attuned to can't reach into it
It's not attunement.
and pull things out. Oh, okay. I'm gonna reach in.
Reach in?
Yeah.
Seems like a very deep bag.
This goes really deep. Huh. That is odd.
Very stylized bag.
Can you turn it inside out, like a bag of holding? Usually they spill all contents if you do that.
Oh boy. Yeah, I could try it. I don't know if I want to. I'm afraid what will happen. Get like a whole tower of stuff coming out. Yeah, why not?
You put it inside out.
Yeah.
As you fold it inside out, nothing appears. However, you note that the inside of the bag is glittering like starlight.
Fancy.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Can I
Perhaps it'll show up
Arcana
when we get
that?
there.
Yeah, give me an Arcana.
Guidance.
15. You're an artificer. You make magic items.
Yeah.
You have a bag of holding, I believe.
Yeah, that's like my perma invocation.
Yeah. You're familiar with the typical enchantments and like the make of bags of holding. You can replicate it pretty. If what you are used to using as a bag of holding would be, let's consider it like a B rank or wondrous item.
Sure.
This is triple S rank.
Cool.
This thing is made of the most incredible materials, and the enchantments are so profound.
We lost him, right? That's not just me.
Yep.
Okay, good. I thought
Yeah, we
it
lost him.
we lost him.
Yeah, he
Oh,
froze.
no.
Yep.
Yep.
There.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
It did it. It hitched once before, and I was like, it recovered, but this
Yep.
time it did not recover.
Yeah.
Okay, where did it get me off?
rank.
So profoundly.
It is so profoundly above what you can do.
Okay.
Mm.
Checks out.
Yep.
There is something to the make of this bag.
Does the starlight look familiar?
In what way?
Like, does it feel like not from this place? Like, not like
Give me an Arcana,
the
if you'd like.
stars above. Stars.
Like,
oh, man.
like an
11?
astral kind of deal.
It
What?
seems unusual.
Does it look like the starlight we fell into beneath the bridge?
A little similar.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, this
Alright.
Greer, what is his name? Greer?
Clear?
Clear.
It's a C.
Greer. This
With
career
the
definitely seems to be rather important. If they can just poof items onto you.
I mean, that is what I'm saying. I mean, I think it is advantageous for us to make a friend.
Huh.
Two friends.
I agree.
I wonder if he lives in that tower I saw.
What?
Tower?
Oh, right. I completely forgot to tell you guys. So, you know, after the whole, the gods showed up and we were falling through, like, you know, stars and whatnot.
I'm sorry, gods.
Is it the tower we're going to?
No. So,
Okay.
Wait.
as we were falling
There's a
and,
lot of
you know,
towers around here.
you all were passing out, the last thing I saw was, like, a tower sitting on, like, a bunch of meteorites or something, and lots of, like, shiny magical light. Before, you know, I went black out.
Well, that's while
Are you
while we
sure
were
your
falling,
system-
correct? Maybe that's not a part of this realm, and it's a different one. It's my assertion, anyway.
Are you sure your system wasn't malfunctioning?
Oh, it's quite clear in my memory banks.
Well,
Weird.
Well, we should be off regardless. What? Yes?
Did you see any gods when we were recently?
Say what?
No.
What is Maya talking about? Maya, what are you talking about? Gods?
Before we fell, before she blacked out, she said she saw a tower.
You
But I
know,
would assume it
No.
wouldn't be a tower
No,
from
no,
here.
no, not. I heard the tower part. I'm asking about the god part. What do you mean? What did you see,
Gods.
gods?
Don't you remember back with the Green Knight?
Are we calling the Green Knight a god now? It seems a little like deeping.
No, the Elkin gods, they showed up.
Did
I'm
we
sorry. Is
actually
she
see
the
this?
only one who remembers that, or do we?
Yeah. Do our
but-
characters have our characters
Yeah.
seen?
No. Yeah.
seen them?
You were there. You were
Okay. All right. Okay.
It was a profound moment for all of you to have seen some of your gods appear.
Mm.
I was really hoping someone would show up, but it didn't.
Oh,
Did you not see the gods appear, like Cloak and Pyzane?
And
So,
I.
there was the Redeemer, there was the Veiled One, there was the Champion.
Oh, you call them
There's just
by
3 of
other
them.
names.
Oh,
It all translates.
okay.
I was using their old names. Yes, sorry, I've been around a while. They used to be people.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I heard too.
Yeah, they used to be, and one of them was part of this group called Pyzane's Renegades.
oh, I mean
That's
that
very
makes
wow, you
sense.
know that name too. Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that's a nice name.
Wow! Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
how
well,
a renegade became a god, but whatever.
I mean, I don't know how Cloak became a god, but okay, that's fine. Anyway,
Regardless, the gods aren't here now. So what does that have to do with our situation?
nothing. I was just clarifying sequence of events. My head
Ah.
hits very
Okay.
hard.
Yes,
So,
yes. Well,
you saw
the
a
sequence of events.
tower when Beaver saw
Yes.
Lane.
Yep. Tower. Just-
What?
Yeah, I
Just
don't
note
know.
that,
It was
just
sitting
Put a
there
pin in that, I
in
guess.
that
Oh,
void
that makes
place.
sense.
It's like it was very pretty.
Yeah, no, that tracks. They're very well. Could be satellite bodies orbiting this place. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Well, shall we go?
You've been going. You've been
Yeah,
traveling.
we've been
Yeah,
traveling.
this is wild
Okay,
traveling.
great. While
yeah.
traveling. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna be looking out for a silver tower.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, as you guys move along the road, this whole time you've been walking alongside the edge of a large forest, like a deep woods. And if you mentioned the tower, if you guys were talking about this out loud, is Arianel keeping an eye out?
Yes.
Okay. You would see far past the trees to the northwest, the peaks out of the woods are all these autumn hued leaves and these oranges and reds. There is a sudden reflection of light off of something metallic deep within the forest, where you do see what looks like a silver tower threading its way out of the forest.
I think that's what you're looking for, Helios.
Oh, I mean,
I point in that direction, I guess.
As you point in that direction, and you're keeping an eye out there, a second thing catches your eye, as there is a streak of red light and smoke arcing straight up into the air ahead of you on the path.
We found her.
wait, is it in the same
Not
direction?
into the woods. It's continuing
On the
along
path.
the path,
Okay.
but it's
On the
not
path,
terribly
okay.
far ahead.
We should probably go there first.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, you're cutting
Froze
out.
again.
Yep.
Yep,
he froze
he
again.
sure did.
Dang on. You guys getting storms? I'm getting storms.
No.
Oh yeah, it's been,
It did
thundering.
rain over here a little while ago.
Well, it's a good thing we're wrapping up. Where did I cut off?
Pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
clarify.
forward.
Oh, we're gonna go towards the tower,
flare.
I assume. The
No,
flare.
the flare.
We're going towards the
the flare.
That's closer.
Oh,
Yeah.
the flare's in the opposite direction.
It's
Which direction?
north.
No, it's along the path. The tower
Okay,
is
okay.
deeper into the woods, but you just would continue along the path to go towards the flare.
We can always come
Okay.
back to the tower. The tower ain't moving. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe it will. Who knows? But we should find Sophie at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
as you continue down the path, heading towards where this flare was shot up ahead, you begin to hear the sounds of screams and combat, as well as some bestial sounds of some sort of like roaring and something between a roar and you come across a scene.
Scenes. We like maps.
Oh my god.
Owlbear.
Why?
You see what look like
Owls.
several
Pretty.
large owl
Ooh.
bears
Oh my god.
surrounding a small group. You see a
Mm.
woman at the
Mm.
back who is currently on the ground bleeding out, her chest
Ooh.
rent open.
Ooh.
Next to her, kneeling on the ground, covered in blood and war-torn herself, is another young girl who looks
Ooh.
not at all like a fighter, holding a shaking gun as she
Ooh.
fired off this flare. Before her, you see a woman with flaming hair, a fire genasi, with currently a longsword held out as fighting off one of these creatures. The other one on this other side, by the way, appears to be a winged owl bear.
Owl bear.
An
Ooh.
owl bear. I'm
Oh my
sorry.
god.
Oh,
A fat
bizarre.
owl bear.
And
damn.
currently darting between all three creatures with a shimmering sword held aloft is a 2-foot tall
It's
mouse
a little
person.
mouse.
Look at the little mouse guy.
Oh.
Look at him. He's so cute.
Oh,
I need
As
to,
they
I need
are
to, yay.
darting between these enormous these enormous bears, as they are seemingly fending off the majority of this pack. As your group approaches this group in need, we will pick
I want
up.
to adopt him.
We will pick up next time as you guys approach this encounter.
yeah.
Ah, very good. Ah, I see. That's the one, Mira. Okay. I'm good.
2-foot tall mouse person.
Oh
Yes.
my
Oh
goodness.
I'll throw their actual picture into NPC so you can get a
Yeah.
better look. One sec.
Adorable.
Although they might be offended by the fact that you want to adopt them.
I
I am a double
I mean, they
warrior.
are cute.
Yeah.
That, oh my god, that little,
Is
oh,
it?
yeah.
Find the picture.
Ah, she. I see.
Yes. I'm having so much trouble finding this picture for some reason.
Might become a bit more apparent with the full picture. But yes, good. We like this. We love this.
Brain, there it is. Jesus, my brain could not find that for the life of me.
I understand that feel.
No, Sophie.
No, but they have her flare gun.
Sophie, unfortunately.
Oh.
Little
I
cheeks.
love them.
Yes, we finally got to them. Next week, we'll finally meet them,
Yes.
and we will see what happens then. As this was a wonderful session of so much lore and questions.
Yeah, I mean, we had so much to learn about the Feywilds.
Sure
And you
do.
have more, so much more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We just scratched
Yeah.
the surface.
All right. Damn. So we got
Alright.
3 owlbears. One of them's weird.
Yeah, flying owl bear. A flying owl bear,
Yeah.
and then 2 normal owl bears.
Cleric, we have a target for you.
No, my attention is immediately on the dying person.
Yeah, one person whose outsides or insides are on the outsides, and a person who's currently does not look like a warrior holding the flare gun, and then an actual warrior, and then mouse knight.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
I will look forward to it.
All
Okay.
right.
Yay.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Good
Yes,
session.
of course. Very good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's the appropriate time
And
to
that's
end
it.
because it's
Yeah.
dying again.
It died again. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
No.
send the raid out. You guys have a good evening. Thank you all for coming out. We have finally met the mouse. Soon, Mira, we will meet her, and all will be right with the world. So, we're gonna go ahead and send the raid over to Cream and Sugar, otherwise known as Mel, who has done a handful of art for me. So, take care, have a good night, see you later, bye.
Oh.
I figured you wanted it to be like I could.
What a thing to come in on! Oh my god! I'm just whapping my husband so you can hear his muscles.
They're coming to me.
Oh my god! Well, give the audience. Paul, let me take off your open your shirt.
Bears.
You don't have to take off your mic. Just undo the buttons.
We're just gonna do meaty flat ASMR.
I'm gonna plait my husband's titties for